news, Robert Logan is returning to court to appeal his case. Never keep a Logan down. Turning on the Eden Falls Christmas lights with special guests Maya Hirsch and Delilah Logan. So join us one final time for Chapter 10. God bless us, everyone. Descending into the loop, accompanied by Commander Decker and Delilah Logan, deep within its laboratories, you were met with another figure, Nico's mother, Meredith, one of the facility's chief scientists, and revealing to you that after you sent the time machine back to the future, therefore closing all tears in reality surrounding Eden Falls, so too shut. But in its place, a strange absence had been left. A tumor in reality. A place where time and its rules did not apply, rapidly aging and destroying anything that came within proximity. And seemingly confined within the facility, nevertheless, Amelia, being so close to this emptiness, this nothingness, you were struck by yet another vision. One of the loop in ruins. Bodies everywhere, your friends becoming little more than ash. And convincing the staff and Decker of these visions through you. Future. Eden Falls was going to burn. And it would start with the loop. Agreeing that something must be done, Decker assured you that the proper channels would be informed, and Eden Falls evacuated. All you could do for now was wait. And so you did. As Darla, you were placed under house arrest, awaiting your trial for Stuart Matson's murder, and as the rest of you visited where you could, waiting also for Artie to be well enough to leave hospital. Amelia, over the next few days, you noticed something strange. Your sister, June, so recently recovered from her illness, the same illness suffered by Magnus Logan, healing a paper cut, as though it were nothing. Panicking as to what this might mean for the recently departed Magnus, you swiftly made contact with his daughter, Delilah, who assured you that his body had been taken to Eden Falls Hospital. Magnus was well and truly dead. But as Christmas approached, and Drake, you were gifted a hoverbike from your family, while Amelia, you discovered that your sister June's hospital bills had been paid off by a not-so-mysterious benefactor. And Darla, you were told that Artie would soon be well enough to leave hospital the very next day, on Christmas Eve. In Eden Falls Hospital, the door to Artie's room opened, and a familiar figure walked in. A very much alive Magnus Logan descended upon your friend. Night falls, and it is the morning of Christmas Eve. how do you all wake? And what is your plan for the day? Let's start with Drake.
So Drake wakes up because Linda comes up to him and starts licking on his face. Okay, I'm up. Jesus. Okay. And then Drake gets up, pets her, and throws on some clothes to take her outside because she's probably got to go.
She sort of trots on out, and you just see your sister over by the kitchen table and sort of bent over a bowl of cereal. She looks up at you, and she was scratching at your door last night again.
Yeah, I gotta figure out where to put her bed. Your room? That work?
I mean, only if she wants.
Okay. You wanna go for a run?
Me?
Yeah. I mean, gotta take Linda out. You wanna come too?
Yeah, okay, sure. Kind of milk swilling around in my belly, but yeah, sure, let's go.
That's just energy, calories. Let's go.
Okay. Let me just get changed real quick, and I also hang on. And she heads into her room, and she's a little longer than you would expect, but she comes out, and eventually you see she's wearing some fitness gear, and behind her back she's holding something as she just I know we don't usually do presents until tomorrow, but I figured and she just hands you a small book-sized present.
Huh. Should I open it now?
You can if you want, or we can just go for a run and, but I would like to see your face when you open it.
Okay, now it is then.
Okay.
Just carefully take off the tape and open it so that you can reuse the wrapping paper just in case. But it's very meticulous with it. Very, very slow, probably annoyingly slow, doing it.
She just, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna throw it in the bin anyway. Come on.
Okay, fine. And then just rips the last bit. Kind of winces a little when he does it, but then opens it.
You see a very beautiful brown notebook. And as you sort of look it over, it is beautifully bound, hardcover as well, and you can see a small ribbon just dangling out the bottom. But as you flick through the blank pages, none of them lined, all clearly intended for drawing, you see that stuck into the front cover there is a very old photo. And you see that it is one of a woman in a hospital gown, in a hospital bed, lying and holding a very, very small, dark-haired baby. So I was going through some of Dad's old stuff, because he hasn't, well, you know, Dad, he's got a ton of boxes he still hasn't unpacked, and that's you.
I don't think I've ever seen this before. Mom?
Well, you know, I just thought, nice reminder of how far you've come, but also, it's Mom.
Yeah. She looks good.
I mean, you both do. Don't sell yourself short. Look at you.
I mean, that was
Little
a little
heartbreaker.
a little alien looking blob of a thing right there.
It's attractive to some people, sure.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And then he just grabs her and gives her a big hug.
She squeezes you back, and then suddenly you just feel a on your back. And looking around, you can see that Linda is on her hind legs, just sort of.
Take one hand, grab Linda, and pull her over.
Oh God, no, Linda! Don't stop. Okay.
We should run.
Let's go.
Just put the book down on the counter and take off.
And you run off, running across tarmac streets, and you see Eden Falls. You see people mowing their lawns. You see people going from house to house, wishing one another happy holidays. You see decorations. You see peace and calm. It's very easy to forget the things that you have seen in this town as you and your sister run. Her lagging a little bit, occasionally just having to stop for a breather, and I'm used to reading books. I haven't done track in a while.
Yeah, you gotta stay active. Let's go.
Okay, coach, okay. As you run, and you run past a very familiar house, as through the window, light streams in to your room, Amelia. It's Christmas Eve.
Oh,
How do you make?
it's Christmas Eve, and Amelia kind of like pops up, realizing she hasn't bought any presents at this point. She just runs to her closet, quickly grabs a bunch of random things, her biggest bag that she can find, so that way hopefully she can sneak a few presents back in, and goes to underneath her desk, pulls out a book underneath it, then opens up to a couple pages where you can find some dollar bills hidden in between each of them. I hope it's enough. A few that she's stashed away from a couple of her mailing trips, newspaper trips. Right. Now, shopping. Oh, what time is it? I hope they're open. Maybe by the time I get there. And she's going to, a bit loudly, because she's kind of fumbling through all of this and yet still attempting to be quiet. And her best stealth attempt to sneak downstairs and out the door without anyone asking where she's going. I don't know if she'll be successful, though.
Okay, make a sneak check for me.
I will. How hard could it be? How many times has my dad caught me at this point? 1.
So, as you make your way downstairs, you are met with the very, very familiar smell of cooking. You are very, very used to your parents' Christmas Eve tradition. Full roast, just as you used to have in your old house. The works, there's Yorkshire pudding, there's roast turkey, lathered in bacon. You also see that there's cauliflower cheese, you can see beetroot, you can see Brussels sprouts with bacon, you can see roast potatoes, you can see mashed potato, you can see swede, it is coating every single layer of the kitchen. You see dishes, you see Tupperware ready, you see large ceramic plates, you see trays, you see jugs, and you see whiskers, and you can see that both your parents are just backs to you, just poring over all these various things. And there is Christmas music playing. You can hear Nat King Cole just softly floating over the radio. And as you sneak your way out, just as you step outside, suddenly you just hear as suddenly the door flies open, and I need you to make a body check very quickly for me.
Okay. Let's try this. 0.
You fly backwards as this force of a sister of yours just flies into you, wrapping her arms around you, and you just onto the grass outside as she's like, "Where are you going?"
It's nothing. I'm just meeting up with some friends to finish up project that we were working on.
What's the project? It's Christmas Eve.
It's a secret because I'm not allowed to say it's part of my internship, and I signed a contract saying that I wouldn't. So you can't ask any more questions.
Make a charm check for me as she just sort of scrunches her face up in a very familiar way to you. And as this is happening, Drake running along, you see
Reroll.
You all aren't gonna let me lie to my sister, are you? Come on.
And you gotta
Okay,
take
only
away 2 of those blesses, because you have 3 curses. That's a 0. Already
She
starting off
just-
spacey.
cocks her head and just scrunches up her nose and is like, did you forget to buy presents again?
You see Amelia squirm a little bit, fidgeting with the strap on her bag. Fine, maybe I did, but don't tell anyone because I'll feel really terrible. It's been busy and it kind of just slipped my mind. Also, if you have any ideas that will really help me up, I have no idea to get what Mom and Dad.
Well, I was thinking a dollhouse and then maybe a couple of dolls to go with it. And I was thinking also
Yeah, you really
that
think Dad would like one of those? A dollhouse? A whole one? 2-story, perhaps?
maybe if it has a library in it?
Right. Well, I'll be sure to get Dad something with dolls. But if you have any other ideas of what he likes, you can let me know that too.
Hmm. And she gets up from you, and Drake, as you're running, you can see Amelia as June just gets up off her sister and sort of is thinking very, very hard as she presses her hand against her head. I know he likes the brown drink that he keeps on the top shelf, and he likes that one. I think it's adult Pepsi, but I don't know.
Right. Well, I'll be real impressed if I can get my hands on some of that. Though I have a
Okay.
friend who might have some ideas. We'll see.
As I run by, I'm just like, Merry Christmas.
Oh, actually, oh no, you're running. And then like a quick flight, like the idea that I would have to join Amelia just stops after that. No, you have a great time. Happy holidays.
Well, maybe I'll see you in a bit then. Maybe later.
Yes. Be good. Add some more snowflakes around. I'm sure Mom and Dad have maybe a few coffee filters left. Make sure they can't make any this morning, all right?
I'll try. And she just sort of giving you a little bit of a wave, and then looking after Drake, just waving as well, just steps back inside, and the door closes behind her.
Oh, Drake! She's gonna just kind of yell down the street a little bit if you've gone a bit further away.
1 second, Lily. Yeah?
If you're free later, could you help me carry some things back? I'll just be down at the store if you want to come meet me there. I just might need a little bit of help sneaking some things in.
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
Could you help me bring some things in from the store that I'm hiding from my family?
Oh,
Can you make a sneak check for me, please, real quick, Amelia?
This is entirely not Drake's fault, Justice's fault. You made this choice.
You need 3 successes.
Oh, dang it. Let's see. Cool.
You just hear, wait, hang on, what was that? And you just start hearing your parents inside just beginning to make their way away from the kitchen.
Oh no. I'm gonna just jump in the closest bush at this point. I'm not great at the whole stealth idea. Just in pure panic, just hop in
I
the
just
largest
imagine
bush
you're
I
like,
can find.
the butt of your skirt is sticking out, your legs are up in the air.
You hear the door just open and... Oh, she must have gone. And it just closes behind as you are covered in leaves and twigs.
Great. Thanks! She'll yell at you.
Yeah, no problem.
And she'll begin walking off toward. Actually, yes, I'll choose to walk instead of taking my bike. I'm plucking off all the little bristles and burrs and leaves and probably small twigs that I have managed to get stuck to my sweater at this point.
As you do so, heading on into the town centre, birds fly overhead, past the trees, over the town square, back up around, looping over Jenkins High, closed for the holidays. And moving further on, under the glimmering rays of sun from above, they continue soaring and flying and cartwheeling through the air, and fly past Artie's house, where inside, Darla. How do you wake on this Christmas Eve? A bracelet, or rather an anklet, around your leg.
Fashion jewelry. So it's normally never anything that is exciting for her. It's always another day. Holidays have always come and gone, and this one, although she's not excited for the fact that it is Christmas, she has that feeling that it is Christmas because her best friend is supposed to be released, and she's been so bored and also worried, and not being able to check in has been the most amount of stress that I think she's allowed herself to feel in months. So being able to just wake up, and I would say even before the adults did, how a kid does awaken on a Christmas morning ready to open their presents. But yeah, she would not want to disturb anybody because obviously she knows that he has to go, or that they have to go and pick him up and bring him home, and she's got a lot of time to waste. But she would double check like his room, just make sure everything's in order so that nothing is out of place for him, the way that he always took care of it. She doesn't want him to come home, especially not feeling well, just better but not well, to anything other than perfection. So maybe even attempting to make eggs.
I'll say, as you're looking around his room and just sort of straightening things up as best you can, you just hear a knock on the door, and your dad is stood in the doorway, just... Morning.
What do you think? I think it's clean.
Well, it's tidier than your room.
Well, my room is destroyed, so to be fair, this is as tidy as it can get.
Well, to be fair, you were always cleaning up after me, so I guess I'm not really in a position to chastise you.
Yeah. Merry Christmas Eve. Is that what people say? Do they say anything on Christmas Eve?
I mean, we can if you want.
Sure, why not? I've never said anything else, so... Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve, kid.
I'm gonna make some eggs for everybody. She says, kind of pushing past him. And I don't need any help.
Okay, well, I wouldn't dream of getting in your way. It's, you excited?
I am very excited. And I think that everybody should have good nutrition so that we can be there for Artie when he's home.
Well, I'm sorry you can't come with, but,
That's okay, just be fast.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I'll do my best. I'll go along. I'll let him know speed is of the essence, and, yeah, get him back lickety-split, I think they say.
Perfect. And I will, sit on the couch and wait, I guess.
Well, Eggs.
And she is marching toward the kitchen. And initially, she pulls out the carton out of the fridge and setting it on the countertop and realizing she doesn't know where any of the utensils are, the bowls, and is opening up every single cabinet, not allowing her dad to help. Every drawer is being opened, and they're being left open because she's kind of like, I don't need help. I have this. I can find it. I promise. I know they're here somewhere. And then finding finally a bowl. And then I wouldn't even say she would even attempt to try to find a whisk. She would just get a fork. And it's like, I've seen Artie's mom do this once. And so cracking open eggs. Maybe shells are left in them.
Yeah, make a... What would this be? Make a tinker check for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. So 0, baby.
Okay. There are shells going everywhere, and you can barely notice them. You are just so focused in whisking, and you just see your dad just looking over your shoulder. And
you don't need to judge me. It's okay. I could probably put some salt and pepper in it too. If can you grab it? I think it's over there on the table. It's a little chunkier than I thought. But that's okay. If you can quickly grab that, and I think that it goes in before.
Okay, cool. And as he heads over, something suddenly occurs to you. You are the only two in the kitchen currently. Artie's parents are nowhere to be seen. And looking out of the kitchen window, you can also see that their car is still parked there.
Where are the kings? She says, stopping this vigorous whisking and just kind of resting her arm over the bowl.
I don't actually know. And can you make a comprehend check for me?
Sure. I sure can. In my dreams. Ugh. I'm not going to try that one. No.
You hear nothing and you see nothing as you stand there. And your dad just sort of shrugs a little bit and... So, you're looking forward to having a family Christmas?
As he's asking this, she's already moved on to once more investigating these cabinets to try to find a pan and get the oven started. Probably messing up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not being able to turn the oven on, or not oven, the stovetop on, not understanding that you have to let it ignite first. But she keeps like turning the knob back and forth. She's like, I hear the ticking, but it's not working.
Your dad comes over and just assists. There we go.
Thanks. And then she would grab one of the pans, set it on top, and let it warm up for a second. That part she knows. Let it warm for a moment before dumping the entire bowl of eggs in, not a little bit at a time. And it's just like watching it, not realizing what step is next.
Your dad sort of cocks his head a little bit and just...
Looks good, I think.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, why'd you
so,
say it like
yeah,
that?
do you... No reason. Yeah, it looks great. Looks really, really good.
Do I believe him?
Make a contact check for me.
0. But that's fine. I believe him.
It seems genuine. As this is happening, suddenly just...
Sorry.
Let's take this in a very different direction then. So, suddenly, you hear a smash from the other room. Almost like a mug dropping, and you just hear, oh my god, and suddenly Artie's parents just come storming through, and you can see that his mum is carrying like shards of a mug in her hand, and you can see that she is carrying it with her, and Artie's dad is just putting on a jacket, and just they are heading straight towards the front door.
What's happening?
We don't actually know. Apparently Artie's missing, and he just grabs his car keys off the mantelpiece and immediately
Wait, no,
just
I
heads
want to
on
go.
outside.
Take me with. I don't care if the cops find out.
No, kid, you can, okay? You can. You have to stay here. We'll go and we'll... I'm sure he's fine. It's okay. You keep making breakfast. And he heads on out, and you see Artie's mum just putting on shoes and putting on a coat and scarf, and... I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure he's somewhere...
Well, you don't sound fine. You broke a mug.
It's... Darla is going to be okay. Okay? I'm sure he's just walking around somewhere. It's okay. And she heads on out, and you see your dad just... You want I should go with, or...
Yeah, go. I can't. Somebody else should try to at least keep an eye out.
Okay, and he immediately just heads on out and, hey, wait up! And the front door just closes as you see all three adults just piling into the car and driving off.
She turns off the stove and just sits at the table and starts hitting her head on the table. Not to a point of creating pain, just more so, I don't know what else to do and I need my brain to stop thinking.
Amelia.
Yeah.
Walking into town. And I imagine at this point, if Drake is still running, probably on your own with, you can see, as you head on into town, you see crowds, you see last minute shoppers, much like yourself. And do you have anything in a smaller size? Okay, god damn it. And just heading off, and you can see there are toys flying off the shelves, and you can see that in amongst this chaos, there is laughter. You see carol singers off to one side in the middle of the town square just singing, and their voices carry across as Good King Wenceslas just lilts in the air. You can see fake snow jet singing out from what looks to be a large, reappropriated leaf blower, as just particles of fake snow just drift in the air around the crowd. You can see stalls of hot dogs and burger buns. You can see drink stands. You can see chestnuts on stalls. It is the festive season. And everyone is anticipating what comes tomorrow.
Right. Well, let's start with the obvious. Dolls. Doll houses. As she's going to try to find a child's store at any place. Anything that might sell, hopefully, a doll.
So I will say for this, if you can make a comprehend check, or investigate if you would rather, and for each success you make, you will find the ideal present for one of your family members.
Gosh, I wish it was that easy to go holiday shopping. 2?
So, with 2 successes.
That's a 1. You still had one more curse.
With 1 success. So
you all want my family to hate me.
So 2 presents are, you are unable to find exactly what you want for your family, but one of them is perfect. I will allow you to choose who gets what and what you are looking for your family.
Well, she's already explicitly said it, so I'd feel awful if it wasn't it. So I would like to look for a small little dollhouse for June.
You find sitting on its lonesome, probably due to the fact that you can see as you get closer that one of the chimneys on this dollhouse is a little bit bent, a bit cracked. It seems to have been left by various families that have come by, but on its lonesome you see a small, very quaint wooden dollhouse. And as you peek through one of the windows, you see that printed on one of the walls, there is a small library.
This is it. Yes. And she'll quickly scoop it up between her arms, trying to navigate, leading it first through these crowds of people, hoping to let as few as people possible bump into her and this precious gift that she managed to find as a jewel hidden among these very stressful locations.
As you step on out and look around for other potential presents for your family.
Maybe tea? No, these are all terrible choices.
I'll say that walking... Whereabouts are you at this point, Drake?
Right on time.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Still running. Probably on the way back home. Because I don't want to make Lily run too much. So
You can hear a little bit of swearing under her breath already.
yeah, I'm sure.
I will ask, can you make a move check for me very quickly?
Absolutely. Four.
2. Actually,
But
no,
two.
1. Because you
One.
had 3 curses.
Well, that takes care of that.
In that case, because you needed 2, you are clipped very, very quickly by the wing mirror of a passing vehicle, and you are going to take -1 to your you're going to take the injured condition as it just clips past you, just and as you look up, you can see that careening round the corner. You see an ambulance. No sirens on, but just driving very, very quickly round the corner. And Lily just runs up behind you and, Jesus Christ, hey, fucker, watch where you're going! You okay?
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? They were in a hurry.
Yeah, you okay? And you just hear Linda just in the direction of the ambulance.
Shh. It's okay, Linda. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
You okay? You need to... I mean, ironic, but do you need to go to hospital or you're okay? You be alright? Walking off?
How bad is it? Like, as an injury?
Honestly, it doesn't feel... I mean, it hurts. It
Right.
hurts a lot, but probably not hospital worthy, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah.
You might just need to stick some ice on it.
Yeah.
Or some frozen peas.
I should be fine. We'll just head home, rest up a little bit, you know. We could walk the rest of the way.
Okay. So what are your friends doing for Christmas?
I don't know. I was planning on visiting one of my friends. She's kind of lonely, so I was gonna go see her tonight.
This the girl with the glasses who came by the other night, or?
No, another different girl. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Casanova.
It's not like that, you know. But I do.
Okay.
I should check up on Glasses Girl too, see if she's okay. You're welcome to come to my other friend's house. She's lonely and she wants people around. So if you want to go,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I know I feel kind of out of place coming back. I know it's weird when you kind of left school. You're a little bit too old to hang out with like your brother's friends, but also all of my friends have gone elsewhere. I don't know. It's always weird coming back, but yeah, if you don't mind me cramping your style, I'd love that.
no, actually, you might be a good buffer and also a good like motivator for her. I don't know. She needs role models. She has some bad ones, I think. So.
I'm a role model. Okay.
I mean,
cool.
you could be if you put your mind to it, I think.
I'm not putting my mind to it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't see you around with other people that are younger than you.
She just turns off and just starts pretending to cry, and you can see Linda just walk up towards her. No, I'm just kidding, girl. I'm kidding. Well, yeah, no, that sounds great. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be tonight. Hopefully, I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, what about Darla? She's stuck at home, right, at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, her boyfriend, her friend Artie is supposed to be coming home today. He's been in the hospital for like the last week, so she'll probably want to be alone with him, you know. but might go by and swing by and drop off a Christmas gift to her too.
Do you have your
I'm sure she'd
walkie-talkie
like
on you?
Not while I'm running, because I wouldn't have thrown my backpack and everything on for the
Well, that was your
jog.
first mistake. Always stays.
It should, yeah.
As you begin to approach your home, walking up the driveway, she just, well, I stink now, so thank you. So I'm doing shower
Now?
before you, and she just pushes you and immediately like rushes indoors.
We need a bigger house. Okay, let's get you some food. Just go inside and grab some food for Linda and a water bowl. Put the water out for her.
Darla, what are you doing?
She, after some time of hitting her head, and now has a very red mark on her forehead. It's not a goose egg or anything. She, like I said, she wasn't doing it to inflict pain, but definitely there's been some friction between a surface and her face. So, with that said, because she knows that as soon as she leaves this premise, especially with this new anklet, it may not even be worth it. And what are they going to do, believe her? So, she would grab the walkie-talkie and initially try Drake, knowing that he has one. Does Amelia have one too? Or did you only have one?
I just walked with Drake most of the time, so
Yeah.
he carried it for us both.
Oh, your shared walkie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after sitting on the couch frustratedly and consistently yelling into this walkie for Drake to answer, just in case he's not around, or he might be outside, or he's in the shower, realizing he's not around, she has no other choice, but she would like to leave the premise. Now,
Okay.
could I argue this is my pride to remove this?
Yeah.
Then she does.
Remind us of your pride.
So her pride is she will she doesn't back down from any like physical or emotional fight. And this is a fight, I think, emotionally.
You look down at this anklet as it beeps steadily and slowly. What do you do with it as you take it off?
She takes it off and leaves it on the table, probably. So
Okay.
she would grab her bag, her jacket, put on her shoes, and run out the door. Not toward the hospital, but toward the Logan estate.
Okay. As you run there, Amelia, what else have you got for your parents?
Well, not able to probably access that adult Pepsi. She'll settle for a nice mug instead. It's a little more generic, but at least it can hold whatever he happens to be drinking. That's at least her reasoning. It's not the most personal option, but it is a very useful option. She finds find one that looks like a little, almost even slightly touristy. If it says Eden Falls on it, she'll pick that one up.
Can you make a mind check for me?
I will. I can't promise if it'll be good, but I can try. Can I use a bless to bump it up to 1 success?
2 blesses.
Two
We'll get you
blesses?
to 1.
Okay.
Yep.
Happily pay.
Thank you. I will put that.
You feel a strange warmth running through you. a ripple, almost like a wave moving through your body. It is exactly the same sensations you felt down in the loop when you saw the vision of all of those dead bodies. And for a moment you blink and you see the town square in front of you in ashes, and then it is gone. It is almost like staring into the sun, and then you're just seeing its light every time you blink your eyes. Everything is fine. But you see what lies underneath.
What am I doing? And she'll look down and see just these items that she purchases, almost now seemingly having no value to her in light of the bigger picture that she just saw. What am I doing? No. This is not what I should be doing right now. This is not it. And she's going to just grab some random item on the left, I don't know, bag of noodles as the third final present, as it's totally slipped her mind and she just needs to get out of there. She's going to try very awkwardly putting the actual mug, and I guess we'll stick with it, a bag of noodles into her bag and trying to carry this dollhouse as quickly as she can home, often trying to shift it between her arms. It's an awkward carry for her. Where do we go? To Dala, or maybe back to the loop? As she just mulls it over, trying to figure out what her next step should be.
As you walk past the Amblin Diner, this lovely, beautiful, very quaint leftover from Eden Falls in the 50s, you suddenly hear through the open door just a, hey, wait, shush, turn it up. And you see someone just looking up towards a large TV in the corner of the ceiling. And as they begin to up the volume, Drake, stepping into your home as Lily, you realize, has not run to the bathroom, but she stands there in the living room, staring in the direction of the TV. Your father is also... Your father is also there, and he is also staring at it as you step on him.
If you're not going to shower, then I'm going to hop in first, all right?
You hear a voice on the TV as Jackie Dorado, reporter for Eden Falls News, her hair and makeup as immaculate as ever, looking far more serious than you have seen her before. In both states, with some officials reporting even as far as Sweden, President Reagan has ordered that citizens evacuate their homes, owing to extreme weather conditions in the states of Nevada and California. While no further explanation has been given at this time, with independent meteorologists expressing confusion at these predictions, and others pointing to the loop facilities in both states, the White House offered these words. And with this, and you see this too, Amelia, as looking into the Amblin Diner, you see every single individual in the diner silent and staring up at this TV in the corner of the bar. As Jackie Dorado is replaced by President Reagan, sat within the confines of the Oval Office, an unreadable expression on his face, hands clasped before him on the wooden desk, as he addresses the camera. It is with a heavy heart that I bring you this news the day before Christmas. The holidays are a time for family and unity around a warm hearth. But your National Guard are hard at work setting up temporary places of comfort, and while they won't be home, a place for you to spend the holiday. Over the next few days, your soldiers will be coming door to door to assist with the transportation of essentials, and of you and your loved ones. This government is committed, as ever, to the safety of every individual in this great nation. I ask only that you comply with your troops and with any advice given by your officials. But mark my words, though a storm is coming, it will pass. And we will see one another anew in the coming year. Nancy and I wish you a Merry Christmas. And there is a murmur from inside the bar, and over in your house, Drake, your dad just stares at the TV, and your sister looks back at you. So we just have to up and leave?
Sounds like.
Okay, okay, and your dad just looks somewhat dumbfounded as he just stares in the direction of the TV. Okay, I'll make some calls, and he heads on into his room and just shuts the door ever so slightly.
Can't believe they got the president on this.
What do you mean they?
So we went to the loop and we got the military, whatever, scientists to agree to evacuate Eden Falls and other places because the world's gonna end, more or less.
Can you make a contact check for me, please? You need 2 successes.
This is gonna be so hard with all these curses.
Wee.
Got 1 success, which means I will reroll to try. I got 1 success.
No.
Does curses go on rerolls too?
Yeah, it goes up to 2 in an entire turn.
Lame. All right, well, 0. But I'm
She
down to 1
just
curse now.
looks at you and... oh, okay. Okay. And she just turns and begins to walk towards the shower, and you can see that she is somewhat shaken as she looks towards the TV once more and heads into the bathroom, closing the door behind her.
Damn it. All right. Drake goes into his room and looks for the walkie-talkie to like try and contact Darla, see if she's seen the news, because as we all know, she doesn't watch TV. Darla, come in. Darla, you there?
Hearing this during her run, her sprint, she would find a place, in case she's in the open, that she could tuck behind, just in case, and dig into her bag and immediately pull out her walkie-talkie and Drake, this is you, right? Because I tried calling your name so many times and you didn't answer. Where are you?
Yeah, sorry. I just got home, but I'm at home. Did you see the news?
Without your walkie? That's not smart.
I went for a jog around the block.
Even worse. Anyway, I'm running over to the Logan estate right now because Artie's missing.
What?
And I don't know who else to talk to except for maybe Delilah.
Okay. I'll meet you there, I guess. The president just announced an evacuation of California, Colorado, and other places around the world. So
You talked to the president?
yeah, he called my house. You know, my dad and him are tight. No, it was on the news.
Weird. Oh, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm glad that things are working, but I don't care about that right now. Yeah, meet me at Delilah's. Tell Amelia is Amelia on her way? It doesn't matter. I'll see you there.
Okay, I'll see you there.
She immediately lets go, puts in her bag, and continues.
And Drake will grab all his stuff and, like, I guess, wash up in the kitchen sink because Lily's still in the shower. So he's just going to do a really quick, like, take off his shirt, wash off. Okay. And then grab his keys for his bike and head over to Amelia's.
Amelia, as this news report comes to an end inside the diner, you see and hear shock rippling throughout. You can see a couple of people go, I gotta get back to my husband, and heading on out. And you can see a couple of kids just, what does that mean, Mom? And you can see a couple of parents just, hey, it's okay. Let's come on, let's go home. And you can see the staff just, don't worry about paying up. We'll settle. Everyone just go. And you can see that there is a murmur. And as you look around, and you see that ripples are beginning to move through the crowds just off in the distance in Town Hall, you can see that word is spreading. And as you look around, you can see that in businesses and outside of television shops, you can see people staring at screens, and a hubbub is going up throughout Eden Falls as people try to grapple with the severity but also the suddenness of this.
Amelia almost catches herself feeling this dollhouse almost slip between her fingers. She was just so caught up in the moment, and she regathers it up. No. Okay. They'll definitely be moving out now. And oh, Maya. And she just realizes her parents may have also recently heard the news about needing to move out. She almost doubles it now, trying to book it back home as quickly as possible. Just prepared to say, it's fine, let's pack up, it'll be okay, it'll be fun. Also, you see nothing as she just scurries perhaps quickly back to her bedroom with the dollhouse in hand.
You run. And as you do so, Drake and Amelia, can you both make move checks for me, please?
I have a curse.
Amelia, as you round the corner, you are suddenly, and you remember how you first met. As rounding the corner, you slam into Drake's chest, and you stagger back as you just see the dollhouse fall to the floor and crack against the pavement as Drake stands over you.
No!
Oh, shoot. Are you okay? That dollhouse.
No! She just kind of can't put words to how she's feeling in this stress moment, as now it seems like all her issues continue to pile up. Oh, nerds! It's fine. I can put this together. And she's just gonna quickly fall to the ground and gather as many of the pieces that she can. It just might, if I hold it there long enough, it'll go back together.
We can get some glue. I'm sure we could. Yeah, it's salvageable. It's not completely broken.
Right. Okay. Like I could just hand it over like this. No, where am I going to even take this home? She's going to see it right away and it's going to be broken. She's going to think I got her a broken toy at this point. Oh, I can't do that. Okay.
Tell her it's a project. It's a fixer up.
A fixer. You mean I got her homework for Christmas, is what you're telling me?
You got her a project that's fun to build.
That's not salvaging the situation at all. And you're also 50% responsible for this break because you were rounding that corner way too fast.
I am. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on. You saw the news, right?
I did. I saw it playing on the diner, on the TVs, and it just, I'm glad it's happening, but it also doesn't feel like it's enough yet. Like that doesn't stop it. It just gives people more time. It's still not enough. I don't believe it's enough.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But also, Darla is going to the Logan's because Artie is missing.
What?
I didn't want to pile on, but there's a lot going on.
Oh my God. Okay, no, it's fine. And she's going to just gather the pieces and she's going to shove half of it into your arms. You have to help carry this with me. We'll just go straight to the Logan's. we'll carry it with it. Maybe she'll have glue. It's a big mansion. They probably have glue, and maybe Audie will also be there. So we'll have Darla and Audie, and yes, we'll fix this here, and then we'll fix the loop, and we'll all be fine. Maybe if we bring glue, it will fix all of it. Just walk, as she is stumbling and seeing your frustration as she's going through this.
Wait, I have a bike we can take.
What do you want me to do? Sit in the front basket?
Not that kind of bike. And then I'll just ta-da!
Where did you get this?
My dad gave it to me, I guess. It was making up for 10 years of no Christmases. But yeah, so if we have a bag we can throw the dollhouse into, and then you can just hop on with me. We can get there pretty quick instead of having to spend hours walking over there.
Well, it is broken a little bit already, and she just shoves whatever pieces she can in her bag at this point. It's fine, I'll fix it later. It'll just add more love to it. And she'll hop onto the back.
Okay, hold on tight, because it's still learning.
Yeah, and she is, it will probably be slightly painful. Like, she has no sense of, self-control at this moment. And all of her stress is just constricting your sides.
Mm-hmm.
You set off. And Amelia, you've never been on anything this fast before, as it just hovers off the ground on these strange magnetic discs and just flies forward as Drake just rides this floating bike contraption. And as you drive, you pass through the streets of Eden Falls. Outside of homes, you see families piling contents of their homes and presents too into cars. You pass one house and you see your English teacher, Mrs. Reynolds Jackson, her wife and family, just all loading up a van, and you can see the children are crying. You see similar sights. You see adults explaining to children. You see old, confused couples looking around, having not heard the news, standing out on their lawns. You see cars driving off. You see uncertainty, you see fear, you see what look to be the seeds of panic as you drive. Drive to the Logan estate, where Darla. A stitch forming in your abdomen as you rush forward. You see the estate looming ahead of you. Silent, quiet. No electricity. No sound. No sign of life.
Okay. Continuing this run, she wouldn't stop because she's been here and has seen that this nothingness doesn't mean that there's nothing there. And charging her way up to the front door, if it is unlocked, she would just bust through it and search anybody that she knows. So either John or Delilah. I don't think she knows everybody else in that house.
Make a comprehend or investigate, whichever you would rather.
Maybe. Sick. Should I do the turn? I'm going to do 2 pluses. That would make it a 1, which is a 0. And then I'm going to re-roll. Dang it, that's also a...
All you hear are your footsteps against the wooden floorboards, echoing through the cavernous halls of the Logan estate. You move into the study, it is empty. You move into the ballroom where you see these time-displaced trophies that Magnus Logan has collected over his lifetime. And there is no sign. The place seems as dead as the taxidermied animals that stand around.
Could I find one of those bells that John rang to notify the residents that somebody is here?
Absolutely.
Because I would say she had been yelling either for the delight or John, or just like, hello, over and over and over again until she found a bell. And we're just like, ding, 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 ding.
Eventually you just hear, Jesus, okay, hey, oh, and it's fine. And coming round the corner, you see John, just still in his pajama bottoms and a t-shirt, and he comes round and, oh.
I'm not your aunt. Where is she?
I don't know, sleeping in, I guess.
Have you heard? Drake talked to the president. No, the president on the news. Anyway, everyone is supposed to leave. However, have you seen Erdy? Heard from him? Or has Delilah said anything? Maybe. I don't know who to ask.
Well, Darla, what the fuck are you talking? And then as he says this, he looks out of the window, and looking to see where he is looking, you see that coming up the driveway, there is a hover bike. Slowing down as you see Drake in front and clutching on like a cat out of water, hair flying in every direction. You see Amelia clinging on for dear life.
He got a bike and she's running past John to push through this front door that is open. She didn't close it. Who's got time to do that? And just, what is this bike? It doesn't matter. Have you seen Artie?
It's
Hi, Amelia.
awful.
Mary,
Get me
happy.
off. And Amelia's jumping off. What? Wait, what?
Artie's missing.
Like that he's
I don't
still
know.
at the
I haven't been able to
hospital?
go anywhere.
Also, what are you doing here?
I'm asking the same question, actually. Hi. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. What the fuck are you doing at my house?
Trying to find
Oh,
her.
I forgot it's your house. Sorry. Listen, we'll get to you in a second. Let us figure out our thing and then we'll talk to you. And she's just gonna kind of close off from John.
John just kind of like steps back and just like starts kicking some gravel.
Sorry, what are you doing here? Where's the... It's not on you.
No. It doesn't matter. It's not on me. Nobody's after me. I don't think, hopefully, maybe, all the adults are gone. They went to the hospital because evidently there was a call this morning that Artie is missing, which is ironic considering there's a dead guy that we know that went to the hospital. And that's all I keep thinking about.
Oh, no.
So,
No.
I wanted to talk to, and she's turning toward John, your aunt, to see if she knew that her dad was alive. Maybe, perchance, just in case a dead man did come to life.
Right, because of like what happened to June and she's
Exactly.
healing, and then Magnus would
I didn't
still
believe
be
it,
alive.
but why would he go missing?
She's gonna flip around to John. Do you know anything about your grandpa? Is he alive?
No, my
This is very insensitive. I'm sorry. I know you're probably still in like the grieving weird stages, but he may not be dead.
look,
Or he might, but still.
He could be. He could be dead. Maybe he is dead, but still moving. I don't really know the specifics or the correct labels around it.
That'd be a zombie, but
Yes. Sounds
Can all of
really
you
fictional.
make contact checks? You need an accumulated success of 3.
I still have another curse. 2 of 3.
I
Cool.
got
Oh my god!
nice. Do you have any curses?
I do, because I always have 2. But
I will use some
I have 3
blessings.
successes.
Okay, nice. Then I don't have to use any.
He looks between all of you, and you see the cogs in his mind beginning to whir as he slowly begins to put together what you're saying. And well, it's sweet of you to say, but I'm not in any kind of grieving process. My dad was an asshole, and by all accounts, so is his. So fine on that regard. But
thankfully you've changed. So
Thank
the
you.
apple usually doesn't fall far from the tree, but you're fine. So now that we have that out of the way and you know you're a good guy, can we focus on this?
Yes. Can I get some hot cocoa? I'm very stressed. And also, do
Amelia!
you have glue? I'm very... Fine. We'll skip the hot cocoa, but I really need glue.
She does.
Why do you need glue?
It's my fault.
come
What did
in.
you do?
I'll see if I can make you some hot cocoa, and I'll find you some. Come on, just come in. And he
Sorry.
heads on inside and heads through to the kitchen.
Okay. So, you're here, magically. We're just not going to ask questions about that, Darla. It's fine. Surely
Thank
no
you.
one's looking for you, and they will definitely not look for us at all.
It
in any
didn't
case,
go
all goes
off.
down.
They won't
Which
find her in the
probably
same
means
place
that
they
they're
found her last
just-
time. So
Wait, no. Hold on here. What is this attack on Darla instead of the fact that Artie's missing? Get off my back.
Because at
I've been
least
cooped
you were
up.
at
I've been
his
good.
house. What if he was going to his house? Do we know where he went? Could he have walked
Why?
home?
Why would he do that?
That's true. That
why
doesn't
would he
make
go
any
home?
sense.
Yeah.
No, why would he leave
Oh,
before
yeah,
he's discharged? Artie's not like me.
that's
He's
true.
not gonna rip his IV out. Maybe. I hope
Like ripping a bracelet off? Is that kind of what happened?
I cut it. But it doesn't matter because it didn't make a sound.
You hear just, I have glue, I found glue, and you just come around the corner. John just has a little squeezy bottle and just, here you go, and stove's on, so I'll. Okay, what do you want to know then? Yeah, my granddad you were asking about.
I
Yeah,
guess
where's Delilah?
if I were Magnus and I was coming back to life, where would I go? Let's ask that question, right? Because clearly he wouldn't happen here because this is a place where he died and it wasn't missed. So I don't think he would return back to his home, right? He would go somewhere else. But the Logans, you all own multiple properties, so it has to be at one of those.
The cabin's busted.
Yeah, what's close to the hospital? Are there any locations that you own near the hospital?
No, I mean we have the Logan County Club way out of town. But honestly, since the loot was introduced, like ages way before any of us were born, most of the properties dried up. I mean, we've got a couple of warehouses down near the docks. I know that much, but they're all business things. I can't imagine it would be anywhere anyone would hide out. But look, all I know is, and I believe you, and he heads over to the stove and is sort of melting down some chocolate, and he just gives a little nod of sort of, I'm on it at you, Amelia. Look, all I know is, I was told my granddad passed away in his sleep, and he was being kept upstairs, and the other day, an ambulance came by and collected the body. And my aunt was, I mean, he was an asshole, but he was a dad, and she was sad, she was crying, but as soon as he was gone, she didn't let on. I could see from my room, but first thing she did was coming up and ask if I wanted to watch a film. So
This is very cute. Did she ever go to the
Well,
hospital to determine that Magnus actually died and was dead? Because that was something that she said she was going to do.
I think that was meant to be today. But I haven't seen her. I mean, like I say, I've just woken up, so I don't know what to tell you.
Where's her room?
Up at the top of the stairs. What?
Okay, and Darla's going to stomp that direction, making as much noise as she can.
So, you two are sure you're gonna stay friends with?
With Darla? Yeah, she's never done anything wrong, not to us, I guess.
Mm-hmm. She's always tried to act on the best of, well, what she
The best
thinks is best.
Yeah, best for her world.
Well, there, and he puts one in front of you, Amelia. There is a hot cocoa, and I don't know. Do you do Sugar Man or?
I'm good with just the cocoa. Yeah.
There
Thanks.
you go. Ah,
I'm sorry we kind of just all barged in, but there's a lot going on, and you probably, well, maybe not. There was a small alert given out by the president that Eden Falls is being essentially evacuated.
Yeah, most everywhere where there's a loop, pretty much people should get away.
Yes.
Some crazy stuff's gonna happen.
You should probably pack in case things go sideways.
okay. You're gonna have to take this from the top. And as he says this, Darla, you head on upstairs. Can you make an investigate check for me, please?
I can get 2 successes.
With 2 successes, you head on upstairs and you head towards where John
Delilah!
point. Your voice echoes around off the wooden paneling of the manor house. And as you head towards the door that John pointed out to you, opening it, you look inside and you see a beautifully appointed bedroom. You see a wooden 4-poster bed, you see side tables, you see large cabinets, you see a wardrobe, you see a huge window framed by beautiful velvet curtains. Unremarkable. But you know Delilah. You know she is meticulous. You know that she is ordered. And so it is unusual that her duvet should be unmade. Almost thrown off. You see that one of the carpets on the ground nearby, the corner is turned over, almost as though something has moved into it and pushed it in a different direction. As you look down, in the varnish of the floor, you swear you see drag marks.
In what material?
It looks as though just
Like a scuff?
like a scuff, yeah, and it is moving in the direction of the stairs.
Where she just came from.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to follow those.
You do so. And you head on down, and as Amelia and Drake, you finish explaining the situation to John, who just looks on in disbelief. You see down the corridor, moving through the ballroom, Darla just looking at the floor. As Darla, you head on out through the ballroom, through the study, through into the front hall, and you see that this scuffing disappears at the stone steps leading down onto the gravel pathway. And as you look around, while you see no further signs of struggle, you suddenly realize that in the driveway, in the gravel, you see what looks to be a very heavy set of tire marks that drive off out of the estate.
I have her car. And Amelia. Darla is going to run back inside and... hey, John! I think your aunt's not here. And I don't think it's by choice. Just so you know.
Okay, what does that mean?
Let me show you. And she is going to probably aggressively grab his arm by the forearm. Look at that. Those are drag marks. They came from your aunt's room. And they go right out the door to those tire marks. I have your car. Where's your aunt?
So, I don't know. I told you. I literally woke up through you ringing the damn bell. I don't know
You're
where she is.
welcome.
What? So what are you saying exactly?
I don't
Don't
know exactly what I'm saying, John. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if a man has come back from the grave. I just know my best friend is missing. And suddenly so is your aunt. I don't have any way to contact any of them.
Well,
Drake,
and
can we use your bike? Or can you do this, follow those tracks? I don't know how far they...
Yeah, I can follow them. Yeah, I'll follow it. I saw an ambulance earlier that was going kind of crazy on the road, but I just assumed it was because of all the craziness with the news. But I wonder
Was
if
it sirens going on?
No, there was no sirens. It was just driving. It hit me, and then just kept going.
You got hit?
Yeah.
Ooh, hit by vehicle buddies.
Yeah. High five.
No, not right now.
Oh, fine.
Which way was it going?
Which?
Wait,
way
you said
was
an
it?
ambulance?
Yeah.
Where did it go?
It went. I don't remember.
Heard you in which direction?
it honestly, like, impossible to tell as it rounded the corner. It could have been going anywhere.
It was just on a random street while I was running, so I don't even. Could have been going to the hospital. It could have been going to someone's house. Could have been coming from somewhere. It just made a right on this corner, and then I don't know where it went. I didn't think much of it because I just got hit, so I kind of like rolled away. But
Was it going toward the hospital or away from? Can you tell that much?
it was in the middle of town, so it could have been either way.
If it was driving fast, do you think there might be tire marks on the street? There might be a lot, so it could be hard to... Never mind.
Maybe. But I can follow these ones.
John, do you have bikes?
Yeah, out back. We got bikes. I'll go grab him. And he just heads on round the back before coming back with 3. And you see him just get onto one of them and... Okay,
Do you have a walkie-talkie?
why would I have a walkie-talkie, darling?
Because that's the great way to communicate. Why do you all not carry your walkie-talkies all the time? Amelia, go with Drake. John, go with me. That way we at least stay together. Because 2 people don't have walkie-talkies.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go. We'll fix your sister's dollhouse later. This is important.
Yes. That's fair. Afterwards, but you owe me and we'll use that glue. Thank you again, John, for that.
No worries. And as you all get onto your vehicles, you hear a drone. A vibrating drone, almost like bees flying through the air. And as you look up, you see vehicles. Flying vehicles, almost like planes, but blockier and without wings, and large circular discs underneath their carriage, moving forward as the National Guard arrive, flying in towards Eden Falls. And you drive off. Can all 3 of you make investigate checks for me, please?
Hey, John, investigate.
Yeah, everyone. Okay. Well, that covers my 3rd and final curse, at least, I think, right?
I got 2.
Okay.
I will use 9 blesses to get 3 successes.
Okay. So, the day wears on. The sun rises. And the sun sets. The roads become busier. Logged with traffic. Vans and cars, all of them moving slowly towards the highway. It's getting busier and busier as you ride on bikes, weaving in between vehicles, and you see a number of familiar faces in the windows of these. You see Principal Hughes in one of them, alone and tapping his hand against his chin. Drake, as you fly past one particular very large van, you see Coach Gleason sat there, wife and kids in the back. Amelia, you see Danny sat in the back seat of one car, leaning against the window and just looking out and breathing against one of the windows and just drawing on it. You see queues upon queues upon queues, all slowly leading out. And you can see that up above, these vehicles, these military vehicles, are just slowly patrolling, hovering above, looking down on all those who make their way out of Eden Falls. And as night begins to dim, none of you find any sign of an ambulance, of Delilah, or of Artie.
No. With every drop of the sun into darkness, Amelia just becomes more and more worried that she has no means of letting her parents know that she's still out. They don't even know she left.
Would you communicate this?
Yeah, you can see her panicking. It's not to any individual. She's just mumbling out loud. Oh, Ames, you forgot to tell them. They're going to get so mad. What if they're waiting? What if they haven't left because I'm not home yet?
We can go to a payphone.
Yes. Yes. Could we please go to a payphone?
Yeah.
I would really appreciate it.
Find the nearest payphone.
You do.
Not even sure what she's going to say at this moment. She dials the number for home.
Hello, Oliver resident.
Dad, it's me, Amelia.
Oh my God, Amelia, where are you? Where are you?
I'm
Everything is chaos on the streets. Where are you?
Yes, no, I'm so sorry. I was doing some work over at Delilah's, and some things have happened that are a bit of an emergency that we actually have to be pulled into. I can't explain a whole lot, but I really need you to trust me that, let's say some of my research might be about what you saw on the TV, okay?
Darling, we're packing up the car, darling.
I know, and I'm telling you, I can't go with you right now.
Amelia, Oliver, where are you?
I am working on solving a problem to hopefully make sure we have an Eden Falls to come back to. Dad, I really need you to listen to me, and I really, of all times, need you to trust me on this. I'm not making a stupid mistake. We'll see, depending how things go, but trust me, I'm at least trying to make a very brave decision right now. I really, really need you to trust me on this. Please. I can't go with you all, but I am not alone. So, know that I'm not just wandering the streets with the crowds or anything, or stuck in traffic or anything like that. I'm with my friends, and we're working on a solution soon. But please don't wait. I was kind of expecting some sort of solution like this, so it's not surprising, and I would feel so much more at ease if you and Mom and June got out.
Can you make a contact check for me? You
so
need 3 successes.
I am so glad I got rid of all my curses before this, let me tell you.
You have
Okay,
to
how many?
re-roll.
I have a lot of blesses. How many do I need?
You have to re-roll, and you can't add
Oh.
blesses to a re-roll.
Oh. Okay. All right.
You have 1 success.
Better than none.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
You just hear a pause. Well, if there's a solution, then we're going to stay and help you find it.
No. I don't even know what you could do. I don't even really know entirely what I'm going to do, much less... I'm not going to win this fight, am I?
I'm afraid not, young lady.
Right. Okay.
We moved here together, and we are moving out together as well.
Well, then I'm going to tell you a couple quick things, and I just need you to not ask questions and trust me on this. There's a possibility that June can heal really, really well. Just, if you ask her, if she gets a paper cut, it will disappear almost as if it never happened in seconds. And I'm not joking about that. Unfortunately, she's not the only one who can do that. Some of my... She'll look over at the group. Research means that others who are not so kindly attributed like June might be using this poorly, meaning that my friend Audie might be kidnapped. So we're trying to find him. We're trying to figure out what's causing these obscure things, and yes, they are all tied to the loop.
Yes, Artie's parents called our house to see if he was with us. Is he missing then?
He is missing. We're looking for a wayward ambulance right now. Dad, are there other walkie-talkies you have? Maybe some out in the garden shed, or maybe some toy ones that we got for June or something?
We have some. Yes, we have some Barbie ones that I'm sure we could use.
Those would be fantastic. Listen, I'm going to tell you the channel. I need you to turn to it because we're working around right now to try to find it. We think we're going to get a couple of answers of what's going to be happening if we can find this ambulance. It's apparently careening around, or it was careening around. We have no idea where it is, but we think it's going to give us a lot of information. We have potentially also Delilah missing as well. Also kidnapped.
Right, darling, tell you what we'll do.
Yes.
We'll go over to the King's household. We'll meet with them.
Okay.
If Artie is in trouble, then we should stage a. We should say some kind of search party. We can see if we can help.
Right.
Hopefully, with people leaving the town, that should be a little easier. There will be fewer people to sift through. So,
To be honest, look for anything that might be associated with the Logans.
Look for tire tracks. Tell them to look for tire tracks.
Tire tracks that are big, like on an ambulance, possibly going to a Logan property. Possibly. They came from the hospital, we know.
all right, darling. We'll see you at the King household. And darling, yes. Let's get the car packed, just in case. We'll see you there, darling. All right.
All right. Stay in touch. Let us know if we find anything. You find anything.
I love you very, very much, darling. I love you very much. Know that.
I love you too, Dad. Thank you. She's gonna hang up the phone. Okay. All right, some good news. We're gonna have a few more eyes on the road, trying to find this. Also, bad news is that if we don't solve this, my family's going to still be here in Eden. So I would really like us to figure this out fast. Any ideas would be great right now.
Do we split up? I don't know where else to look.
Okay, warehouses. Would Magnus have known that what's his name was shot there?
Yeah, it was on the news. I don't know if the location was on the news, but the fact that he's dead is.
No, Magus would have known where he was. Shoot. And
I
she's
knew.
gonna look at John. She's like, "Are you in? We're going to the warehouses."
Must find my Anne. And as you say this,
And Artie.
suddenly you hear an engine as behind you a green army van pulls up. And as the door opens and a heavy boot steps out, Commander Decker looks over the door. I've been searching far and wide. Get in. We should have a talk.
Happily, Amelia will leave the bikes behind.
I'm gonna follow on my bike because I don't want to leave it.
Good thing, because, and he nods at you, Darla. We're going to your jail cell. Come on!
Wait,
Can we talk
what?
first?
I'm afraid the time for talking is quite over. In you go.
No, can I get out now? I changed my mind. I don't like this anymore.
The door closes. And what are the rest of you doing before we get our break?
You see Amelia like waving through the windows.
Asking these bikes.
I mean, you're on a pedal bike.
I know.
Drake is not.
But that also means I can weave.
Can you make a move check for me very quickly?
Yeah.
And I will say, Amelia, before the door closes, I'm going to give you a chance to move as well.
Oh, that's a lot.
My move is not great, but we're gonna try. What can I do to make it a 1 success?
I can get 3 successes.
All you need is one bless to get
One
a
bless?
success.
All right, I will pay it. Put it to my bank.
Okay. And what did you get, Drake?
Oh yeah, I gotta do a move check too. 2 success.
Darla, darting off through the row, this column of cars that is slowly inching its way across the road, you just dart through the cars and the vehicles off on your bike, and John follows suit. As this happens, Drake, you just... And I'm going to say that you can add your 2 successes to Amelia. As Amelia, you manage to just make your way out through the door as it closes. You are, however, going to take a condition. You are going to be injured as your hand just gets caught in the door, and you just feel a bruise just immediately begin to swell up on your wrist as you fall out. And Drake, you pull up beside her. What are you both doing as you can see Commander Decker beginning to step out of the car?
I'm just gonna grab her and pick her up, throw her on,
Get us out of here!
and then take off. Yeah.
You drive off, and you see Commander Decker just immediately get back into the van as the engine begins to start. And that is where we're going to take our break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Where is everyone headed? As you hop on your
Warehouses.
bikes and ride. Okay, wonderful. As you do so, you can hear the van behind you driving. You can hear the shouting from out of the window as Decker, no, come back! And you can see this as just trying to make his way past this massive column of cars that just stretches as far as the eye can see. And you can see, as you continue to ride on your bikes and Drake on your hover bike, you can see that on every street corner, outside of every home, there are people just packing their belongings into cars, and you are starting to see that arriving into town and parked at most street corners, you can see green army vans with National Guard logos on, and they are interspersed with ARPA vehicles as well, which stand around. And as you make your way through, can all of you make move checks for me, please?
For
You only require 2 successes in order to make your way through. I will say 1 for you, Drake, because you are on a much more advanced vehicle.
Do mine matter because I'm just kind of being carried?
Oh, true. Yeah. Yours is to see if you can hold on.
Oh, now I gotta.
You have so many blesses.
Yeah.
Can't
you fell off.
relate.
How much will it cost me to at least hold on?
I think you said
1.
2, right?
I'll
Or
be
1?
kind.
Oh, then just 3.
I'll say 1. Yeah.
5.
I don't have
Successes.
any blesses. Oh, reroll 0.
All right. Well, I will subtract from my blesses to get mine at least to be 1.
Darla, as you ride, and Drake and Amelia, you see this from where you are. Darla, as you're looking over your shoulder back towards where Commander Decker is driving towards you, suddenly you turn around and you see that a car door is opening, and you just collide into it and fall down on the ground, and you see that the front tire is completely busted. As you just pick yourself up off the ground, you are injured now, as you just look down and you can see that your knee is grazed. Drake, seeing this from across the column of cars, and seeing that now, realizing they're not going to get through traffic, you see Commander Decker just stepping out of the van, and you can see that other soldiers are doing the same, as almost Sicario style. They are weaving their way in between the cars towards Darla's direction. You can also see that John has looked back and skids to a halt on his own bike and begins to bike his way back towards Darla. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to somehow block their path by like driving the bike over towards where they are. Not to like attack them or do anything like that, but just delay them as much as possible for like 30 seconds.
I
Do some donuts on top of cars and then fly off.
As you do so, make a roll. And because we have hit a supernatural event, you only need 1 success, because you will be assisted by something.
Which kind of
If you can make a move check for me, please.
copy you. 2 success.
As you move forward, you can see one of the soldiers, as you careen round the side, just begin to walk forward, and you can see, pulling out a baton, starts to walk towards you. And as he does so, reaching out and almost grabbing a hold of you, Amelia, as you fly past, suddenly you just hear a and you just see this man just buckle as a car backs into him, and he is crushed against another one, and you just hear him go, "Ah, my leg!" And leaning out of the car window, you see a very familiar lunch lady just, "I'm really sorry, I don't have my glasses on today," as you just fly past in the direction of Darla, and you see the soldiers just, push forward, "I'm trying, I've got it in the wrong gear," as Darla, John careens up to you and just reaching out his hand, just, "Hey, come on, get up, get up."
Yeah. And she gets up, grabs his hand.
And as you do this, Drake, you just hover beside, and all 4 of you are together. Drake, on behalf of everyone, can you make another move check?
That's so nice.
I love all of this.
2 more.
You fly off, all of you, just riding through the streets, ducking and weaving in between the various cars that stand around. You make your way through the suburban streets. You can see behind the ARPA vans just slowly disappearing into the distance, and up above you can see flying vehicles still patrolling the skies. And as you riding and riding towards the warehouses, eventually you pass through Town Square, and it is quiet, unnaturally so. And Amelia, as you grab a hold of Drake, and as you drive through the streets, you see paper on the tarmac just blowing across the square. You can see that parked around, there are abandoned cars. You can see that a number of shop windows, screens are still on. Everything is quiet. And while it is not yet, you have seen this before. And you know what will happen here in a week's time.
She's going to look over at Darla. We have to finish this all. It's not changing anything. I'm getting more visions. They're more frequent right now.
What are you saying now?
Just what I've seen before, but it just always feels awful and worse and more often. It used to be much more sporadic. Like, I would go days without seeing anything, and now I feel like I'm getting one every single day.
What are
if
we
not
supposed to do,
multiple
though?
times now.
Are we still
I
trying
don't
to
know,
prevent
just-
this?
Yes, we have to. Or I'm going to keep getting visions until it does happen, and then, I don't know, the world ends.
Well, one of the people that were on our side is kind of after us right now, so I don't know how it's possible.
Right.
Unless
Ugh. What?
if I turn myself in and you all do it.
No, that's not an option.
It is an
That's
option.
not an option right now.
And it's my decision.
No, because even you would have to leave. They can't just throw you in jail. That's the
That's
thing.
not true. They
because everyone
can.
has to
They
be
just don't.
evacuated.
No, what else is
What if? What if? No. Let's stick to our plan where we are right now. Magnus may have some detail that we don't know. Maybe he's seen something else. I know he kind of gave up and was just doing the neurocasters, but there might be more information. We don't have enough yet. We find him, and then we keep going. Got it? That's not the
Sure.
ending. And you are not going to jail.
That doesn't matter to me either way. I just want to find Artie.
Right. Audie, Magnus, Delilah. I'm sure we'll find all of them together.
I must hope not.
You continue riding. Through the quiet streets, you ride. Until eventually you come to the warehouses. Stretching out. You see the water. You see the pier, abandoned. The amusement rides and the roller coasters switched off and eerily quiet. Off in the horizon, you see the two remaining oil rigs, and past this, further on down the coast, Drake, you see in the distance the airstrips, and where your father would work and take off and land. And as you arrive at the warehouse and John comes to a halt and Drake, your own bike, descends, can everyone make investigate checks for me, please?
I will use 3 blesses to get 2 success.
Okay. And what did you get, Amelia?
3.
Okay.
She's smart.
It is dark at this stage. As you make your way through the various warehouses, looking in between, the light begins to dim. And, Darla, you can feel your leg just getting heavy. It was quite a tumble that you took. And as you sort of get a little bit more pronounced in the walk on your right foot, John just looks around and, you okay?
Yeah, it's just a scrape.
Hey, come here. And he just kneels down in front of you and tearing off a piece of, and you realize he is still wearing his pajamas and he is shivering and cold. You see him just tear off a bit of his t-shirt and just wrap it around your knee.
And Could I roll a contact for something? That'll
Yeah, of
explain if
course.
I. Ooh. Okay. All right, I get 1 success. Purposely, I would like Darla to take off her dad's jacket, and she puts it over John as he's helping her knee.
Oh, whoa! What are you doing?
You are much colder than I am. I'm actually boiling right now. It's my dad's jacket. It should fit fine. Ignore the stains. It's clean? Sanitized? Sanitized. That's the word.
He just slides his arms inside and pulls it taut, just like
Looks good.
does it up. Did I tell you? Probably not. We only really spoke when you were selling me weed, I remember.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or whenever you were just really sad.
Increasingly so.
I can tell. Anyway, what were you telling me?
I always wanted to fly.
Really? Like
Yeah, no,
commercial or guide or
I don't know, I just like the idea of, being up in the sky.
Yeah. Seems like it'd be freeing. And it's a good thing you'll be able to think about that once we're done with this. Right?
Yeah.
What?
What if something's happened to them, Darla?
Don't. I've been trying to not think like this all day. I don't want to start now.
Well, then let's not.
She's gonna pat his shoulder. Yes. We, and she's gonna turn to the group, need a plan.
As you say this, Amelia, you see it first, and sort of as you look excitedly in the direction, Drake, you too see it. As parked to one side, doors all open, you see an ambulance.
Like stopped?
Hastily abandoned.
I think that's the one that hit me.
It
I
has
mean,
to be this.
they all look the same, right? But
Yeah, but
gotta
they're
be
usually
right.
at a hospital. This one's not.
Yeah. Why would it be stopped here?
Do we hear anything as we approach?
You do not. No, you do not.
Can Darla look to find potentially any foot tracks?
Make an investigate check. You need 3 successes.
Oh, I'd have to re-roll. It's endgame, baby. We're re-rolling for hope and dreams that are empty.
As you say this, or as you look around and you see nothing, over the walkie-talkie, you just hear, come in. Amelia, come in. Hello.
That's my dad. Give me
Hello?
that.
here you go.
Amelia, come in.
Right here.
Hello.
Yes. Shh. Okay, we're going to talk very quietly now because we found an ambulance.
Well, we arrived. Sorry, we arrived at young Arthur's house. There are some people waiting for you here. What was the name again? And you just hear, give me that Barbie. This is Commander Decker. You are not in trouble. We need to see you for your own safety.
Yes. Well, as we all know, you're not very good at providing that safety for us right now because we've got things that we need to do. So if you are really going to tell us what's going on or give any details, you need to make sure you clear this channel for actual communication.
That's right. Yeah, you tell him, Amelia.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm very
You're
scared
doing
right
great.
now.
No, you're doing great. This is way nicer than what I can say.
If you are in trouble, we can help you. We are evacuating the town. We cannot leave anyone behind.
Yes. You cannot leave anyone behind, which is why we're looking for missing individuals.
And
Can
zombies.
you share who these individuals are over a secure channel?
You're at their house.
Yeah, Artie, obviously. Have you seen him? Is he there at his house? Probably not. No, then he's missing, isn't he? You're not very good at this, are you? You're with his parents at his house, right? I may have overstepped.
No, you're doing great.
There is a very long pause, and then, after a moment's silence, you hear Artie's dad's voice. They say they're willing to help. They just, they need us to sign something.
Sign what?
Sign what? We're all trying to help here. Until he's found, we're not going to stop looking for him.
Also, they should be looking for Delilah and Magnus.
Yes. Also, there might be a dead body missing from the morgue. His name is Magnus.
Can you make a charm check for me, please? Or lead, whichever you would rather, Emilia.
I'm helping.
Yeah. Do I get a boost?
You only need 2 successes.
How much was it? How many blesses does it
Oh,
take to get 2?
Baby, you got this. You've been
Hey.
there. You so charming.
Boom. Let me just tell you.
Where is your present location?
No, don't tell him.
In Eden Falls. I'm not quite sure because I was thrown on the back of a bicycle and I'm not quite sure. I'm very disoriented. But when we find something of value, we'll be sure to communicate.
Young lady, I am trying to help you. The U.S. military can help you. We have vehicles in the sky. We have vehicles on the ground. We can help you if someone is missing. But we need to know that you are all accounted for.
Take your finger off.
Yes.
Take your finger off, Amelia.
Oh, okay. Yes. What is it?
So, because obviously I don't want them to come here unless we know that their intentions are true.
Right.
Can't be me. But would anybody like to go to a separate location and have them meet them there? Not far, but close. No, not one
I could
person,
do that.
2 people. We're not doing this.
I could probably do that. It might be safer because if I got in an encounter with... Well, I don't really want to face Magnus again. Last time it was a bit sour and... I don't really want to relive that.
That's fair.
Then I guess it's us.
Drake, you take care of her. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them.
I can't even lift a single one of them.
Exactly. Point proven. Easy.
That makes sense. That's a good metaphor, actually.
Okay, go find a
Right.
place.
Yes. We'll just be
Keep your
a
walkie
couple
on.
blocks away. You find out, and if there's anything, if you need help, please tell us.
I'll press the. What did y'all do last time? Was it twice?
2 clicks.
Yeah.
2 clicks,
Doop, doop,
good. 3
doop, doop.
clicks in need of help.
Can you remember
One's
that, John?
accidental.
John nods and, yeah, no, it's easy enough.
Yeah,
I'll take
that's
him
what
to the
I was
airport.
thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
this means I gotta get back on the bicycle.
You can just get on mine. You don't have to be on the bicycle.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he'll be faster this way too. And that way, if
Yeah.
I do click 3 times, you can get back here.
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell him we're on the road, we're pursuing tracks. Towards the airport?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Alright.
airfield. Not the
Airfield.
airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she'll relay that message over the comms.
We're on our way. And he gives a very reluctant, and you know this very put together man is currently holding a tiny little pink walkie-talkie. Over.
Okay, no, this is good. We need to get to the airfield ASAP then, so that way we'll be there first, and it'll give you all more time. Please be careful.
No, you be careful. You're gonna get run off your bike like I did. So don't.
Well,
All right.
you will
You
always
guys-
find yourselves on the other side of authority. At least we're the ones that look good for cooperating. So,
I look great. What are you talking about? Haha, kidding.
we'll talk later.
And she just pats your shoulder. It's like, okay, go.
Okay.
Just don't do anything stupid.
Bye.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
And Amelia will hop on back. Now, this time holding tightly, not because of the stress, but because this is a very stressful ride because you drive very too fast.
We're in a
I
hurry.
hate those drivers.
Old lady. I just don't want this.
Can
in a
all of
minivan.
you just make a comprehend check for me very, very quickly?
Which of us?
All of
All
us.
you.
Oh, no. Okay.
2 success for me.
Did you say what we need? No, I can't even make it. I'm not gonna try.
I didn't.
No, I'm good.
I'm going to give myself enough blesses. What, 2 more blesses to get it up to 2 successes?
1 bless to get
One.
it up to. But if you want to do 3, then you can get to 3.
Yeah.
I will do 3.
3 bless for 3 success.
I would like to comprehend everything.
Big brain.
Okay.
At least somebody
Amelia.
can.
Yeah.
As you start to put your walkie-talkie away,
Mm-hmm.
you hear the briefest. I did.
What was that? Drake, did you hear that? Please tell me you heard that.
I don't know what I heard.
It sounded like almost a muffled voice, or like something that was like being cut off through this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't know if that was my family. I don't know if somebody else is on the line. Does Audie have a walkie-talkie?
At the hospital? I don't know. I doubt it.
Unless he was missing with his bag. It would have been in his bag.
Great. Okay. Heightened alert. You two be much more safe. Do you have a gun? I can't believe I'm asking this, but you should go in armed. If you
No,
do.
all of our guns got kind of taken.
That's right.
Yeah.
And,
Damn military guy.
But I do
Took all
have
my
my,
guns.
and she goes to instinctively put her hand in her pocket, and it's not there because she gave her jacket to John. She's like, oh, hang on. And she's going to dig in the pocket while it's on him,
Oh, well,
And
okay. Oh, okay.
pull out her switchblade. I have this. Tried and true.
Good.
And she puts it in her pocket.
Don't lose it. Go prepared. And I really think we might be walking into a trap, Drake. Unfortunately, I don't think our allies are very good allies.
Being in Eden
It's
Falls
because
is a
we're
trap.
kids. Do they just not trust us or something?
I mean, we are kids, but
I think
adults
it's
aren't
more
that much
so-
smarter than us.
You're also doing stuff with me. That's already not
Yeah, we
trust.
We also have a criminal with us, but you know.
All right. I have not
She's
yet
not
been.
convicted yet.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Innocent until proven
And if
guilty.
Eden
sure.
Falls ends, I'll be scot free.
That's
Yeah.
also true. Yes.
Yeah.
Laws will be quite
Anyway,
irrelevant,
go.
so- Silver lining. And she'll hop back onto the bike. Okay, please go.
Okay, let's go.
Kicking the bike into gear, you just off as gravel and dirt just flies up beneath you as you fly off, leaving John and Darla alone. Okay, well, lead the way.
Which way? You want to go to the way that I killed Madsen, which would be up there, or do we want to go in a different building? I don't. Are there any lights? There's nothing like for us to see. Nothing
Doesn't look like
indicative. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's start searching for one dead guy by investigating the area where one was.
Okay. Let's go.
She leads up these stairs to the fire exit.
The door opens, creaking open, creaking. Underneath you, Amelia, as the bike continues on, the metal just creaking and careening as you make your way along the coastline. Along your left, you can see salt water just lapping back and forth and back and forth. And you notice, for the first time this evening, the moon is full. And it reflects off the surface of the water as you drive, wind in your hair, drakes flying behind his as well. It's almost peaceful. You look out, and you see the moonlight just shimmering off the bay, even off the two silhouettes, and the third wrecked oil rig that stands between them, and over Eden Falls itself as you turn around, looking at the town. The wind flies by you as you continue along the road. Just the two of you, flying through the air.
Under different circumstances, this would be kind of a nice night.
Very different circumstances.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? All of this could be gone soon.
Yeah. I don't have to imagine. We've all seen it.
Yes. Well, it's like a reoccurring nightmare for me right now.
I'm sorry.
Not that it's a competition. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No.
It's just, you understand. It's not fun to live in.
Yeah. I can imagine. It's not fun to even just relive it sporadically.
Eden Falls is quite peaceful. Why do you think this is a place where all these terrible things happen? Why the loop here?
I don't know. Scientists like to mess with nice things. Look at Artie and Nico. I mean, yeah, they had their reasons, but creating a time machine just to come back and fix one little mistake caused all these issues, all these problems.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess you can never unclose a door forever, huh?
Well, once it's opened, it's open. Can't take things back.
Maybe we should just blow up the whole door frame. Maybe that'll get rid of the door. Is that too
Maybe.
violent? I don't know what I've become these days.
It's okay, Darla. Darla's a good influence on you.
Still don't think I could fight like she does. She has a good instinct about those things.
She's just feisty.
Well, you have a bit of a feist then, too. You also know how to handle yourself in those situations.
That's just from being alone a lot. Probably the same for Darla. You
Are
had a
you
nice
happy
family.
you joined our group and out of all of this?
Yeah. I'm glad I know what's coming.
Oh,
I don't have to be scared like all the other families in town.
that's true. I guess it does feel a little comforting to know, even if you know what's about to come.
Yeah, it's like a comforting, constant stress and feeling of dread.
What about our group? I mean, you weren't always part of this friend group. I don't think you and Darla were friends before this.
Yeah,
You
absolutely
are
not.
friends now, right? Like, I know Darla and I are definitely like friends.
Yeah, we're friendly. But yeah, it's funny. Before we became friends, Miss Sparrow was telling me about how much I needed friends, and I thought she was just doing the normal adult teacher thing, like, oh, you gotta have friends. You can't live your life without friends. Blah blah. But
Yeah.
she was right. Becoming friends with you is changed me. It's changed my life, and even if everything doesn't work out the way we want it to, it's for the better. So
I
thank you.
suppose so. Better than going through all this alone, right?
Yeah.
What would you do? Just go out to your cabin and punch a few walls?
Probably. I probably would have run to my cabin. Like,
Wait, did you actually punch walls?
I-
Like for practice? I was kind of kidding about that thing.
sometimes, but usually we put a little sandbag on the wall before we punch it. Sometimes just punching trees, that's fun too, out in the woods.
How does that not hurt your hand? I
It
don't think I
hurts.
could ever get in a fight. I have very sensitive knuckles.
Yeah. Once you punch the walls, it kind of builds calluses, so it doesn't hurt as much anymore.
Well, I'm hoping you don't have to punch anything else tonight. If anything,
too.
we'll make it through tonight and we'll be able to see another night like this soon.
Yep. And then January 2nd.
Hopefully.
Yep. Are
Just get us
you
there fast.
glad that we became friends?
Oh, well, yes, of course. I was definitely looking for some. I'll be honest, I was thinking more that you would all just... Well, the friendship thing kind of happened. I know friendships are important, and that's very good. But you all are quite likable in your own way. I didn't think I would like you all as much as I do. That sounds really rude. I didn't mean it like that. It just,
No, I get it. Yeah.
Good, thank you, because I didn't know how else to explain it.
Yeah. I'm just a big dumb guy, and Darla's Darla, and yeah, we're not your usual type of likable people.
I guess it's kind of funny how these kind of chaotic events have really brought all of us together, haven't it?
Yeah, I mean, trauma bonds.
Are you really making me think that I'm thankful for this so I could get to know you all? How? What? How? Am I really doing this?
Yeah, there's always some sort of silver lining in the tragedy.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
this is a good silver lining. I'm glad we're all together.
Now we just got to get Artie. So let's go.
Yes. Audie, Delilah, and then Magnus back in the ground. I don't want to be the one to do it, though, so you can do it. Instead of punching trees, just punch Magnus for me. Thank you.
No problem. We gotta burn him too, because
Yeah. Something. He's
Yeah.
like invincible.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
As you drive, the airstrip begins to come into view, and as you pull up to it, you see that its barriers, while down, are unstaffed. And as you come to a stop, Drake, the bike just slowly down onto the ground. You can see that there are open air hangars. You can see vehicles. Large magnetrine-powered planes. You can see private ones. You can see larger, sort of economy planes, but you can also see further off in the distance. You can see parked outside of a large hangar, a private plane that simply says Logan across it. But as far as you can tell, no one is here.
Oh, I don't trust this.
Yeah, me either.
All right. Should we check it out? I know nothing about planes. As it turns on, I only took one, and we hopped on over here, and then I've never looked at another one again.
I only know the basics. I mean, my dad's a pilot, but that doesn't mean I know anything. Let's let's check it out.
Yes. No, I'm very confident about this. I don't feel cursed at all. Let's just
Yeah.
open every door and see how it goes.
Exactly. Just bust open. What could go wrong?
Right. I'm feeling so blessed in this moment. I'm sure there's some outside sources that are just rooting for me to succeed in each and every moment. So let's go for it.
Absolutely.
As you step in, feeling both blessed and cursed, the whole situation feeling not quite super, almost. Darla, stepping into a familiar room, you see the metal floor of the office. You see bloodstains. And There is no sign of the body. Stuart Matson has been taken. The crime scene itself cleared as best as it can be, but looking around this metal office with the glass walls just looking down on the warehouse down below, nothing immediately springs out at you.
If not immediately, after meandering a bit. Not too long, because she's not in search of paper or clue that the Logans are involved in anything at this point. I would suggest, hey, make sure you're quiet.
I wasn't planning on not being quiet.
I just gotta be sure. I don't know if you like to go stomping around. Anyway, that way. And she's pointing to where you said it's like an opening that we can see down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, she would pull him down. Here, we're gonna crawl over
Okay.
and look down just to see. There could be nothing here, but we won't know.
As you say this, all of you hear the following emanating from your walkie-talkies. The bell tolls one.
Great. Take the walkie from Amelia and be like, hey, old man.
Darla's gonna quickly turn this down to where she could still hear it, but she's like, shh. And then pulled it close between her and John.
Mr. Lee. Hello.
Mr. Logan, back from the dead.
So it appears. Thank you for teaching me a valuable lesson, and I know you can hear us too, Commander Decker. There is silence.
So what do you want?
Well, I know you're searching for me.
What makes you think that?
Well, very resourceful young man. Had a walkie-talkie on him. Easy enough to listen into conversations when you're tuned into the right frequency.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I am not an idiot, Mr. Lee. Neither are all of you.
Nope. So what is it you want?
I was hoping I would be able to wait it out until the new year, but seeing as you are all so persistent, why don't we speed this up?
How?
Well, I am interested to test the limits of my newfound, let's call it a new awakening of sorts. How does that sound, Miss Oliver? I'm assuming your sister is equally as blessed.
Don't say anything about that.
I'll take that silence as a yes. Miss Oakes, are you also listening in?
Darla's gonna look at John. Do I say anything?
John just shrugs.
Oh, you're the worst. She's gonna wait a minute.
She's not with me, so
Well,
Shut up, Drake.
I am going to assume that everyone is listening in. You, Commander Decker, your families, all on the line. I know I can survive what's coming. Well, I have an inkling. The rest of you might not be so lucky, but Arthur King, scared little boy, and my ungrateful daughter, their end might come a little sooner than yours.
Question. Can I hear this anywhere? That is not in a walkie-talkie.
You would not, no. All you can hear is the walkie-talkie.
Why don't you just tell me where you are so we can get this over with?
Impetuous and impatient and young.
Yep. And those are my defining qualities.
Commander Decker, if I see you, Arthur King will be the first one to die. And then it will be my daughter. The rest of you, come alone. Just you three, otherwise I will gut your friend like a pig.
What the hell?
Are we understood?
Darla's gonna click on understood.
Good. Then you'll find us in the same watery grave you sent the reputation of my son. I'll see you soon.
What does that mean? I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
There is
Never
no
met-
response.
Never met your son, you old crazy goat.
Darla
guess this
is
is a
going
bad
to
clue.
switch to another channel in hopes that they do the same. Obviously,
Like an
she wouldn't
inkling, you
respond to
also
anything
switch
else.
channels.
I mean, I feel like that would be a thing. It's like, oh, this one is,
Clearly
compromised. Because that's what we did with Nico's stuff, too.
It's true.
So she would just kind of hold it and just hum into it until you could potentially find her. Just like, Amelia and Drake, answer me, please.
Is this the right channel?
You don't have to hum
She matches
back.
your humming. Well, I thought that was the code. What did you want me to do?
Head back this way.
Right. I assume you know where this watery grave is.
If I am correct, it's toward or nearby the warehouses, isn't it? Where the trade-off was, or the ocean? I can't remember.
So, I will say, as you are there in the warehouse and you look up from the walkie-talkie, you see the waters of the coastline.
Okay. Yeah, head back here. I know exactly where they are.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Well, Drake, I feel like I have to say this, but we'll have to book it back.
Okay.
Meet me near the tree where you found Artie and I.
Okie dokie.
And she puts away that walkie, turns the volume up again just in case, so she doesn't accidentally miss anything. Well, you're not allowed to go, so. Looking at John.
Is there anything I can do? Anything
Absolutely.
useful? Or-
So, what I'm going to have you do, I need you to understand that you have to do things properly paced. Do not rush. But I need... She's going to hand her walkie-talkie over to John. I need you to be in contact with Commander Decker. And let
Okay.
him know where we are. I don't know when. But like, when things seem like, okay, it's been long enough. So that potentially Artie can be safe. And Amelia and Drake. And Delilah. And hopefully Magnus will not be safe. And if I'm still alive, that's sick too. Deal?
Okay, well, Drake and Amelia already said that they were headed to the airstrip. He doesn't necessarily know that they're coming back, so I can continue down the road. I can head them off. I can wave them down. I can.
Okay. Yeah, that's all fine. And she's already walking outside of the door and holding it open. Well, then we should get going. I'm gonna meet them down by one of the groupings of trees, and you go ahead.
And he just starts to take off the jacket and just thrusts it back towards you.
No, you can keep that. It's too heavy for me. And if you're about to get on a bike, you're gonna get wind chill.
Okay, but I'm
Just
giving
give
this
it back
back
to
to
me
you. Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck.
Thanks. You too.
I'm just nodding at you. Make sure my aunt's okay.
I will.
And-
Hey.
Sticking the walkie-talkie in the jacket pocket, he just jumps onto his bike and starts to make his way up the coast. And I would say it's not very long until Drake and Amelia, you would see him coming in the opposite direction, and he just comes to a stop and, hey, sorry about the wasted journey.
It's okay.
Yeah.
What's up? What are you out here for?
Well, not totally wasted. Commander Decker and his soldiers presumably are going to be coming to find you. They're going to find me. I'm going to tell them where you are.
Okay. Slight switching of the plans, but that can work overall well.
Is there anything I can do? I know I'm going to be far away, but if you're headed out there, and he nods in the direction of the oil rigs, whatever I can do.
Somehow get in contact with my family, make sure that they're okay. My dad's a pilot, so worst case, everyone run to the airfield and then he could fly everybody out.
Okay, yeah, I'll get on it. And immediately he just gets on his bike and, hey, I'm sorry I was an asshole to you at school. I don't even have an excuse, but good luck.
It's okay. Do you want to take the bike? I can take yours. And
he looks at the water and, honestly, might be a quicker way to get across. And he just gets back and starts to pedal. And as he does so, you can just hear, Mr. King, I need to talk to you. And as he's biking away, he disappears into the night.
Phew, I didn't want to give him my bike, but that's a long way to the airfield, so all right. Oh, let's go.
Right.
Hopefully our parents know to switch.
This is fine.
Eventually, Drake, you pull up alongside the coastline where you can see that Darla is stood.
Hey.
Okay. I sent John off to meet up with, you know.
Yeah,
Yes.
we ran into
Call
him.
him.
Cool. Then I don't have to say anything else.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Can I just say I really don't like this? Like earlier, at least it was our plans and we were more in control, and now it feels like we're walking specifically into Magnus's plans.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
did that the other day too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't go.
What's another day? You don't have to go, Amelia.
Of course I'm going to go. What do you think I'm going to just?
You just
chicken
said you
out
don't
at this
want to.
point? I know I don't really want to, but I know I need to.
I'm trying
and I'm
to
going do it.
obey what people wish and make sure you do things you only want to do.
I'm just afraid.
That's fair.
Aren't you? Come on.
I'm afraid that Artie's not gonna be okay. I can't lie. It makes me very nervous.
me too.
Don't agree with that.
I'm just worried about Artie. That's all I'm agreeing with.
Okay,
But-
anyway,
Where are we going?
we are going, and she's gonna turn her body toward the water, and there's no longer any rigs, right? Because those exploded.
So
Or what is the visual?
So one of them exploded. So you see on the horizon 2 standing oil rigs, and in between them you can just about make out, underneath the light of a full moon, just the wreckage of the 3rd oil rig. These structures that, until they were closed down, were simply known as the Logan Brothers.
Huh, we're going there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That looks definitely not scary at all. Perfect. Let's go before I
do we have a boat?
overthink this.
You have, and she's gonna point down at your bike. That.
Yeah. Let's see if it can go over water.
Should be able to.
Okay.
Last time, another one did. It's really
Oh.
cool.
You've done it before? Okay. Well, then I guess let's go.
No, not. I haven't done it myself. I've never driven one of these things.
Well,
I was
I
on a
bet-
jet ski
Go
last
for it.
time.
The more we talk about this, the more nervous I'm going to get. And I don't want to overthink this. And I don't want to run away because this is an important moment. And I've made it this far and I keep having these
I was
visions.
gonna pat
We're
your
going to
head.
deal with it.
Okay. You can all swim, right?
Yes. Can you swim, Amelia?
We're going to find out.
Good. All right.
You're
Let's go.
instilling so much confidence in me. Ugh.
We got this. We got this.
Can
No
we all
problem.
fit on your bike?
Yeah. Amelia can sit on your lap, I'm sure.
Okay.
The 3 of you getting on board this vehicle. Once again, it starts, and you fly forward. Flying mere inches atop the water. Shooting forward, Drake, as the wind flies through all of your hair. And ahead of you on the horizon, you see the twin shapes of the still standing oil rigs, the Logan Brothers, and in their midst, the blackened, broken wreckage of the 3rd. Water lapping up against its skeletal remains. Darla, it was only last March that you saw this place go up in flames, along with Robert Logan's laboratory of illegal military tech. And though you have seen it from a distance many times, you never expected to see it this close again as you drive forward, twisted metal and jutting orangey rusted beams shooting out of the water, seagulls sitting atop this maze of blackened chrome and steel, looking like an almighty sea monster just rearing above the waves. And as you get closer to this jagged structure, you see bobbing next to it a small boat tied up against the wreckage.
Is it I can't remember. Is it a dock or does it straight up to a ladder scenario?
I mean, this is wreckage at this point. It's basically like a huge mound of blackened metal just coming up sort of like 10 times your height. It is still a massive structure, but any semblance of being an oil rig is now completely gone. It is just a mass of twisted metal. It is almost impossible to comprehend an entrance. It is impossible to comprehend any way through the structure, but there is a boat just tied alongside it.
Gonna look for a place to kind of get the bike up onto something that's solid.
I'd say as you drive closer to the boat, you see that it is tied next to basically a large plank of metal that kind of slopes up into the darkness of this maze inside, and you're able to just hover it just on top, and water still continues to lap up against sort of the underside of this bike, but you're able to park it.
All right. I
Okay.
guess we're here.
Yeah.
Great.
In the wreckage, can I find any like metal poles or beams or anything that another stick, basically?
Make an investigate check for me.
Yes, with all my curses. Yay.
It's so fun over here. Good thing is you have a ton of blesses too.
I know.
Ooh, that's tough row.
Okay, I don't.
You look
I'll
around.
use. Yeah. I'll use 4 blesses to get rid of 1 curse.
As far as you can see, most of the metal in this area is fused together from heat, presumably from the explosion you heard so much about back in March. You remember hearing about the rig exploding out to sea, and while there was no official sort of cause given, you know that certainly Robert Logan, his arrest was to do with what happened out on these rigs.
So,
This is
Darla,
deja vu.
this was you, huh?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't alone. There were
Oh.
others. Eli was a part of that.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Why'd you say it like that?
I mean, I didn't spend much time with him,
Oh, that's right.
but
We never
Yeah,
talked
his
about
mom.
where you were. It doesn't matter. So I don't know what this looks like on the inside now, but previously we were able to basically go up a ladder, I guess what was formerly whatever this ramp is. And then there was an opening spot, and then we went inside of a building, and the building, it was kind of like elevated, and then down there was a bunch of crates. Oh, I basically played bowling with people. It was really fun. Yeah, and then
Were the people the ball or the people the pins?
the
How many
pins.
people were there?
Okay.
Oh,
3, 2, 4. I don't remember.
okay.
Anyway,
So great.
I
This
don't
is a
know-
place of intense violence.
Amelia, look around.
It's-
Duh.
That's not comforting in this moment. You could have lied to me. Tell me it's like a modern artwork piece or something. I don't know.
It's a modern artwork piece.
Well, it's a little late for that. You're not very good at lying to me.
Anyway,
Right.
I don't know what to expect. Do we hear or see anything? Light, hear movement, conversation.
Make an investigation check for me, all 3 of you.
You should use those curses. You gotta get rid of 2 each time.
I have 6 curses.
I lost 2 curses,
will
and I
use
lost
6
1
curses.
bless.
Goodbye curses.
4
4 left. I'm gonna eat these up. Why am I here another?
Curses.
I'm dreaming.
I also look at the ground and I investigate the ground. No, you're like,
Got the same move. Rerolled 0.
Looking in up this strange metal ramp that just simply leads up into darkness. It is almost like a twisted doorway made of metal, but beyond, impenetrable. You cannot see anything inside. It is like almost like a giant metal dome-like structure, so twisted and so warped is the metal from the sheer heat of the explosion back in March. It is like a giant tortoise shell of metal and barbed steel.
can I make a point of observation here?
Sure.
This is a strange location and not easy to get to. And not easy to get 2 other individuals here who are likely resisting. Is this going to be the same decrepit old Magnus we know?
Only one way to find out.
I didn't. Okay. All right.
Should we? Should we go in all together, just fully announced? Or sneakies to see if we can see and or hear anything? Or I love standing up to this man. I can go in and I have y'all know he's distracted so you can maybe scope anything out.
Are you sure? This could
Yeah,
put all
I'm
these
fine with
guys
that.
in
Just don't take
danger.
too long.
Yeah, just be careful. He likes to shoot you.
What? He has never shot me.
Likes to shoot at you or
No.
wants to shoot you.
No. He has never shot.
Well, at this point, he probably does want all of us dead. And
Yeah, he
he's
does.
very capable and willing to already probably have Audie.
Stop it.
And I'm just saying, I don't want to risk it. If it means we all go in together, I just want that to be a consideration. We've been very lucky in the
Which is
past.
why I just need y'all to use your eyes, because mine suck. And then, wait, do either of you have a walkie-talkie? I gave mine to John.
Yeah.
First, turn that down. Not off, but down, yeah. If you do see something that you can relay quickly to John, or I guess Commander Decker, because he's probably listening. What is Barbie? Why do I keep hearing him say that?
He's using Barbie walkie-talkies.
Yes.
Barbie dollhouse.
That's beautiful. Cool.
Yeah. they
Anyway,
fit.
yeah, so we can quickly
Look.
relay, and then we got this. I don't know if he's alone. I assume he's alone.
Listen, if anything goes wayward and he immediately asks where we are, and it puts anyone in danger, you click that 3 times for us. Then we'll just say, I got my foot stuck on a piece of metal or something, and Drake was helping me. Something. I don't know. Just
John knows the code.
3 times.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
That's way
Good
smarter
luck
than what
then.
I said. Cool. All right. I'll go first. Don't be too far behind, but also, yes. Look around.
Sneaking
Deal.
around.
We got this. Go team. Oh, are we doing this?
Can all
Fine.
of you, as you enter in, make sneak checks for me, please?
Ah.
Don't forget, we got tons of blesses we got to use by the end of the finale.
Yep. I got my...
Oh my gosh, Amelia! Stop it.
Okay. I have curses. I have a total of 4 curses left that I have to eat up.
So 2 of those, that would make it 1 success. And if you used 5 of your blesses, you can have 2 successes.
Let's make that happen.
Yep.
I
I'm
also-
using my 1 curse to lose that success, and then my 7 blesses to get 2 success.
Okay.
Never before has chat made us math this out as much.
I have
We're creatives, damn it!
I have 3
Plus,
successes.
minus.
3 successes. Okay. You all pass. As you make your way inside the wreckage, you are clambering over bits of metal that jut out. It is not quite a clear path. It's almost like a perverse jungle gym from hell as you make your way through, up and over and under claustrophobic tunnels. And as you make your way through, you start to see light, moonlight from above, shining through gaps in what passes for a roof above you, illuminating the spaces in front of you. And as you move forward, you start to see the center of the wreckage, twisted into a near circular space with a half-formed dome above you. You see the remains of what was once a laboratory, weather-worn, beaten by the salty air and sea. Every surface is twisted, almost like a dollhouse that has been put underneath a torch. You can see that there are workspaces that are melted. You can see that the floor itself is warped and twisted. You can see the metal gantries above that were once balconies are drooping and strange and strained. But in the middle of this, lying on the ground, wearing a hospital gown, you see Artie. He is tied to a nearby piece of wreckage and he looks weak. A little way off from him, you see also Delilah, in a similar state. A bloody mark across her head as she just lies there, tied against another piece of wreckage. But of Magnus, there is no sign.
Not even a
I will say,
shuffle.
however, that you are unnoticed.
Could we try? I'm not trying to be coy here. I want to look for footprints, right? Like there's all, well, it's kind of a bit of a mess. Maybe dust or dirt that would indicate maybe Magnus, because it doesn't look like these two walked their way in.
Make an investigate check for me.
Okay.
I say 2 successes will show you footprints. 3 will
Oh.
show you where they've gone.
Easy.
Use 1 bless, then you get rid of 2. And then, oof,
2 more blesses and you get 2 successes.
4 and you get 3.
Yeah.
And you get footprints and whatever else. Maybe you'll get to smell.
All right. So then it's 4 total. I will spend the 4 total. Yes.
Okay.
And be
So
careful.
look-
No,
Looking
sorry, 5
around.
total, I think.
5 total. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, get rid of the last.
So you look towards both Artie and Delilah. And looking at them, it is clear that neither one of them is in a good place. They are bruised, and you can see that, judging from the wounds on their heads, they have been hit multiple times, presumably each time they come to. And you see from the marks on the floor that they have been dragged in here. Their wrists are bruised, and you see that they are tied to the wreckage with very, very rough rope. And all around them, very, very messy footprints. You can see that there has been a lot of movement around this space. And currently, these move off towards one of the gantries that surround this space, up into the balcony areas.
Hey Drake. Because you're the only one that I could see out of us 3 being able to do so. Could you potentially carry them out of here?
Yeah, I don't take that personally at all.
Yeah, it's fine. I could just throw Artie on Amelia's
Don't do
back. and then-
throwing any.
I'm kidding. Oh, I can take him out.
Wait, wouldn't it be easier to get your hover thing in here? Could you put it on them and hover over all this?
I don't know if there's a path that's easy enough to get in
That's
and
true.
out.
We did jungle gym through this. Never mind. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It was a good idea.
Okay.
Um,
I have my switchblade, so I can help with any rope.
yeah, let's go untie them, and I guess I'll take Artie first.
Okay.
I'll see if I could at least wake Delilah while you lift him out.
Okay. Darla leads, but I'm sure they're all in a gaggle. And would take out her switchblade and carefully, even if they're already not doing great, she doesn't want to cause any more pain, even if like the touching of a bruise that hurts. So yeah, she would cut through. You said the rope, correct?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
rope tied around their wrists.
She would cut through Artie's and help with lifting him comfortably in your arms, Drake. And then she would go over to Delilah and wait with Amelia, kind of hunkered down. Are they exposed
How do you mean, sorry?
in this room? Like we're
Oh, yeah, no, it's like a large open space in here. It's like a giant dome.
okay.
You are very much out in the open.
All right. Well, yeah. Would be with after that part. I would be with Amelia and Delilah and cut her rope.
As you stand there, and as you just sort of cut, echoing around the space, a voice sounds out. Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. Hello, children.
Can we tell where this is coming from?
Make a comprehend check.
Sure.
You need to. 3 successes.
Oh, do I?
As this voice echoes around all of the metal surfaces in this room.
I can't do that at all.
Dang.
Ooh,
The voice.
you can get 3.
We can try. Nope.
I'm
It
good.
echoes all around as you just hear, "This was the altar upon which my family name was sacrificed. You, Darla, took my family from me. You took my son. All of you alienated me from my daughter, and here at the end, I will do the same."
Are you done?
Not even close. Drake, carrying Artie, where are you headed?
Going to the boat to put him into the boat.
Can you make a move check for me, please?
I swear I will throw you every single one of my blesses if you don't use your own.
Nah, it's too much for. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll use.
You need
4.
3 successes.
I'll use 4 to get 3 successes.
As you begin to walk, and suddenly you just hear, and you look to one side, and you can see that a beam is falling towards you as you just dodge out of the way, and you just, Amelia and Darla, just hear, and you can see that your way out is closed off. As Drake, you turn around and Artie is on your shoulder, and you can see that the way through which you came is now closed to you. The others are behind a steel girder.
Do we see any other way? Because if I recall, back in March, down below there was another exit that was directly across from the original exit. I don't know what it looks like now, though.
You can
Good job,
make
Sam.
You can make an investigate check for me.
And that's on taking notes. Let's see. Oh no, I only have 1. Say.
You look around and you see this space, for as familiar as your memory is of it, it is very different. You can see that parts of the metal room have blended into one another. All you see is blackened metal. You can see that a number of the gantries all around the balconies similarly have just bled into the floor itself. Any semblance of what the structure of this once was has bled away like melted plastic. However, I would say that, because this is fairly obvious, you can see that this is not a complete covered space. For all of the broken wreckage there is around you, there are holes of light through which moonbeams come down. You can see you would probably be able to climb out. Whether Delilah will be able to do the same is another matter, however.
Amelia is going to look over at Darla. Archie's out, right? So
Yeah, I think so.
As we hit a supernatural event,
okay.
Delilah suddenly reaches forward and grabs you, Amelia, and just get down, and pulling you down. Darla, you watch as Amelia falls to the ground as Delilah pulls her. And Amelia, as you turn around, you see behind Darla, skeletal, frail, wearing a wrapped, dirtied and stained hospital gown, torn and tattered, looking for all the world like the image of death itself. Magnus, thinning white hair blowing in the breeze, as you see something glinting in his hand. A surgical knife. As it cuts through your arm, Darla.
Which arm?
Your right one.
Why?
And your switchblade falls to the ground. And I will say that you take another condition.
What happens when you have most of them full already?
Then you become broken,
Oh, cute.
which means you auto-fail
Yeah.
your rolls. This pain shoots through your arm, Darla, as the blade just flies through what seems to be a tendon in your arm, and suddenly it goes limp as just your switchblade just flies across the floor and falls through a gap in the metal. Amelia, what are you doing as your friend collapses to the ground?
No. She'll try to reach out quickly and try to pull her towards her. Come here. No.
You're gonna try to pull. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm like, I don't know, just seeing this. My thought is just to get closer. It's not brilliant.
Yeah. And she, I guess, grabbing at whatever she could, not knowing where to grab as a natural instinct. I think it would pull away from you. Not because she doesn't want to go towards you, but because that instinct is to like protect yourself.
Yes. It's Magnus, Darla, and then I'm over here with Delilah, right?
Absolutely, and Magnus is stalking forward, and you can see that there is a fury in his eyes, and he just looks at the both of you. A new chapter is coming. I may be able to survive it, but I cannot say the same for you. And he is just going to raise the surgical blade again. What are you both doing?
Can I try to pull like some loose metal around me? We're surrounded by this. I don't know how welded it is all together.
Make an investigate check for me. While this is happening, Drake, you hear a cry from inside as Darla is hit, and you just hear Artie just murmuring on your shoulder. What are you doing?
Artie, I gotta leave you here. I don't know who got hurt, but somebody screamed. I don't know if it was Delilah, Darla, Amelia. I gotta get back in there.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I think I tore a stitch, but I'm okay.
If you can get to the boat, and then just take off if you have to. Okay?
Okay. And he's just going to start crawling his way towards the lapping waters ahead. What are you doing?
Taking the walkie-talkie and triple clicking it, and then rushing back to try to find a way inside.
Okay, make an investigate check for me. As Amelia, what did you roll?
I'm going to add a bless to that, so that gets me 1 success.
You can see that there is what looks to be a bit of railing from one of the balconies just lying off to one side. It will take a very, very quick move to get over there, though.
I will take it. I have
Okay,
a condition, being bruised. That doesn't. How does that impact me? I've never actually had a condition before because I play very safe.
So it will automatically
on your character sheet.
Yeah, and it will automatically deduct 1 success from any roll that you make.
Oh, where is
we're off to the left. So you have your skills, you have your conditions, and your attributes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you would select. I think yours was injured.
Yes.
And
Wait,
then
is
it'll.
it under. Wait, what is it under?
It's on the left side of your character sheet.
Yeah, I see attributes. Oh, conditions. Okay, and I am
Injured. And then it'll auto add those, so you don't have to do anything.
Sorry.
So, if you can make a move check, and as this is happening, Darla, what are you doing? As you just try moving,
I can do?
Well, you're trying to move your right hand, and nothing is happening, and your vision is beginning to swim.
Yeah. The only thing that instinctually she would do is try to move away with her legs, like just kind of push. But I don't know.
You stand, and you can see that Delilah is beginning to get to her feet as well, and just, I got you, and she just stops you from falling over, Darla, as she just grabs you. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Where's Amelia?
And Amelia, what did you roll for your move?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was really in the moment. I'm gonna pay 3 to make it 1 success.
No. 1 could make
Just
it
one.
1
Yeah.
success.
1?
Yeah, it's already auto in your roll. So
Oh.
the dice that you see are yours, the ones that you've reached.
Okay.
As you move, you just manage to duck out of the way of this shining blade as you just duck forward and run, and you grab this piece of piping. As you do so, Drake, what did you roll for investigate?
I got one success.
One success. So looking through this steel girder that has fallen in between you and your friends, you look and you see this skeleton of a man in this dirty hospital gown just moving forward towards them, shuffling with this blade. And you can see that Amelia currently has her hands wrapped around a bit of piping and is about to basically be set upon by this man. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to run up top to remember where I saw the holes to try to get inside, since there's no way inside this way, but I'm gonna also yell at Magnus the whole time.
Okay, so if you can make a move check for me to see if you can get up there, and as you shout, what are you shouting?
Alright. Damn it. I'm gonna use 4 blesses to get 2 successes.
Hey, you booger.
Hey, Skeletor! What are you doing? Hey, you know you want me, you don't want her. Stay away from her, okay? I'm gonna... And then just...
I would say with 2 successes, you begin to climb, and you're very much sort of like having to make your way up both sides of this sort of tunnel that is above you. It's almost like a canyon of metal as you just begin to pull yourself up. And as you shout out, your voice echoing around, much like when he spoke to you, it echoes from all about, and you can see him just momentarily distracted as Amelia. What are you doing with this impromptu weapon?
I'm gonna go for the knees. I don't think I'm not gonna even go for the scalpel. It's too small. I'm not sure where he's gonna jag it, but I see knees as being something stable, less likely to move as quickly. So she's just gonna drop to swing real hard at it.
And Darla has told
Okay.
you she always aims for the legs because it slows them
Yes.
down.
So make a force check for me.
Okay.
You need 2 successes.
Oh, I am worried. I have no force capabilities.
1. You need 5 to get 2 successes.
Okay, that will take all of my blesses, but I will.
You all hear as a sickening crack echoes around the chamber, and you see that one of Magnus's legs literally just breaks in 2 as he just and falls to the ground, and you see the scalpel just fall from his hand and skitter across the floor of the space as he just begins to crawl towards it, and you see his long, thin hands just and even as he does so, you could just hear him. You think that will slow me down? I'll keep coming. I'll keep coming. And he is moving towards the scalpel.
How quickly is
Darla.
he healing?
At the moment, not so much. He is still like crawling, and you can see that his leg is broken.
Interesting. Give me a minute to think.
Okay, Drake, what are you doing? As your voice echoes around and you climb to the top, and you can see that you now, if you are probably able to jump down, it might risk injury if you don't roll high enough on successes, but you can jump down and join your friends.
I'll probably jump down to just
Okay.
disregard injury and dive for it.
Okay, you need 2 successes. Make a move check for me. As you can see that Magnus is crawling across the floor towards a small scalpel on the floor. You can see that Darla is gushing blood from her right arm, and you can see that Delilah is attempting to put pressure on it, and you can see Amelia on the ground next to Magnus.
If I get 4 successes, can I land on top of Magnus?
You can do, with 4 successes, whatever you want.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna aim my jump as I'm coming through the hole to like land right on the center of Magnus's back on his spinal cord.
A crack echoes out throughout the space, and you also hear the crack of ribs, and you just hear a pop as well as just... And you just see Magnus just crawling along the ground, just suddenly stop, and you can see that he is struggling to breathe.
And I'm gonna run over to Darla and Amelia and like check on both of them real quick to be like,
Darla would have sat at this point, not feeling very well, and I assume Delilah is still with her.
She is, and she just we need to get her out of here. She needs medical attention.
Okay, just rip my shirt to like try to wrap her up real quick.
How big is this
and then-
wound?
I mean
So I think
it should be bleeding a lot, right?
Yeah, any cloth is going to be immediately red.
Yeah, but at least something. Yeah. Tighten it.
Amelia would like to take that scalpel and stab it into Magnus.
What's
Where are
going
you stabbing?
He was crawling last towards the scalpel. I think just in his back. I don't want him to be able to easily reach it.
And he just looks up at you and where are you going to run? I'm gonna keep coming.
You really are a monster.
You guys should go.
Let's get out of here. Take your time.
Where are you going?
I guess we're gonna try to climb out.
Yeah, is there an exit?
It's the only way out.
Like, can go up.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hold on to me while I climb.
She can't hold on to anything, bestie!
One arm.
Lift us all.
So, what are you all doing? As Magnus lies on the floor, and you can see blood pooling out of him as Delilah just stares at this husk of a man that used to be her father on the ground.
Darla, before any movement is happening, and holding onto her arm, she is going to take a moment of breath and mention my bag. Get the hazmat suit out of my bag. Use that to wrap around my arm.
Okay.
Something thicker in fabric.
Thicker.
While you all are doing this, can I specifically look for Magnus's walkie-talkie?
Looking around, you can see that propped over to one side, on what you can only assume used to be a workbench of some kind, there is a walkie-talkie just leant up against the wall.
Perfect.
It's in your
She'll
Artie's
run
backpack.
over.
Where's his bag?
You can see a backpack nearby as well.
Is that where this power tool was?
No, Darla had it.
Darla had it. Just trying to remember where we
Power
had it.
tool.
Okay.
Oh, the
clicker.
EMF thing? It's in her
Yeah.
bag,
Okay.
which is around her, but she's not going to tell any different if you...
Yeah, no.
get it.
That's fine. That's fine. Just making sure we had it somewhere. All right. Should I tell them that we're here? Maybe they can help get us out.
Yeah. Everyone's safe-ish now. We don't have to worry about them trying to kill Artie and Delilah, so...
How is Delilah?
Delilah is just staring at her father.
If you're going to make the call,
And
make the
she's
call.
Right. Hello?
And
Dad?
she's going to pick up the metal railing that you left Amelia. And she just walks over to Magnus. She brings it up. And she brings it down onto his skull. And up and down and up and down and down and down and down and down. As over the radio, you just hear, sweetie, we can hear you. Hello? Hello? Amelia?
Having difficulty processing what she's seen, she just turns to face whatever closest piece of metal, just face directly in front of it. Dad, we're at the oil rigs. The collapsed. We got out here by the boat and have a car. Please come get us. We're trapped in here. Magnus
There
is here, and I don't know if he can die.
There is a pause. And then you hear, "We're on our way." Darla.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Truly, I don't think that at this point she has energy or much else to give other than focus on breathing.
Drake. You just hear metal pipe clang against the floor as Delilah just staggers back. And you can see that her cheeks are wet with tears. Angry, angry tears.
Drake's gonna slowly walk over to her and grab her shoulder. And then just not really say anything at first, but just look at her. It's gonna be okay. You okay?
She looks over in Amelia's direction. I don't know. I don't know. Darla. You fall. Your eyes fall. Everything turns black. And everything goes quiet. Light flicks in and out every so often as you see above you a vehicle flying in the air. Everything goes black. You hear voices. And you come into consciousness as you see soldiers stood above you. You see a plastic mask being placed over your face. You see your friends. And Amelia and Drake. You watch as Commander Decker and his soldiers, flying in from above on a large magnetrine craft, just begin to take her up. And you two are escorted out. Artie too, and Delilah. Amelia. As all of you are bundled into these various crafts and you look across at Darla, and you just see the medics just tying up her arm as best they can. As the vehicles begin to ascend, you look down at the wreckage. You see the bloodied form of Magnus. Can you make a comprehend check?
Zero it is.
Could I give you 4 of my blesses?
I won't
And you get
say
4
no.
successes?
As you begin to take off, you see the merest hint of a twitch from a finger. You are flown back to the mainland. The next few days are a blur. You are reunited with your families. The evacuation of Eden Falls is in full swing. But as you look around and you see people leaving, and as eventually Decker forces you all into various vehicles with your family Amelia, your parents grab you and hold you. June does the same. Drake, your sister and your father pull you in. Darla, you are unconscious for the journey. But as Darla, you wake. An unfamiliar environment. In tents. Green tents. Far outside the state lines of California. You see on either side Amelia and Drake. And Artie. Sat around you.
You're awake.
You're loud.
Yes.
She would attempt to initially sit up for, I'm sure, that sharp pain, especially of nerve damage she would feel, and give that up immediately. You said I see Artie too?
Artie is there and immediately just sort of rises up. You can see that there is a large, what looks to be is going to be quite a large scar down the right-hand side of his face.
Are you trying to copy me?
You don't get to joke. Hi.
Well, good thing nothing bad happened. Where are we?
Outside Eden Falls. Safe, presumably.
That quick?
Quick.
It's been a while.
What do you... Yes.
No, we were literally just at the rigs. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was a few days ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good drugs,
good sleep.
good sleep.
How are you all? Wait, where's Magnus?
Don't know.
You didn't see him?
He's probably still alive, I'll tell you that much.
Yay.
Didn't get to burn the body.
I mean, not yet. And Artie just gestures towards the calendar that sits on the wall of the tent. And you see that it is New Year's Eve.
I'm going back to sleep.
No. No, you've been asleep too long.
I don't want to be awake this day. Wake me up tomorrow.
Well, you're going to. Because you're going to be here with us as we go through all of this.
Physically, I'm not going anywhere.
Darla,
Yeah. She's gonna close her eyes. I'm
you're
still here.
faking it. I'll just keep talking in your
Oh,
ear
shoot.
this entire
Me.
time so you can't
You're
fall
so
asleep.
I can't move my arm.
This is
You're being
so
mean,
important that
Amelia. You're
part of
such a
this.
bully.
We're doing this as a group. All of us. Already talked some sense into her.
How are you doing? You okay?
Feel great. Yes.
Artie just reaches forward and squeezes your right hand.
Ow!
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. And as he does so, suddenly the curtain to the tent opens and you see your respective families all stood outside gazing in. As your mother, Amelia, looks in. How are we all doing? We were going to grab some tea if anyone wanted.
Who are you?
Yeah. Tap. It's my mom.
Oh, the accent. That makes sense.
It helps. But also, she kind of looks like me. Is your eyesight okay?
I don't know. It's a little fuzzy right now.
Do you want some tea? It won't help with your eyes, but it'll feel nice still.
I don't think I've ever really had tea.
Splendid. We'll get you some. 2 at least.
All right. And Darla, your dad, just steps into the tent and got everyone out.
Thanks. I'm not in jail.
Well,
I think we're both winning.
Sheriff Mitchell is persistent, so even in a military camp, I wouldn't hold out too much hope.
That's okay. Still better than a jail cell. It's fresh air.
He just leans forward and kisses you on the head. And you just see another figure walk in. As Drake, you see Lily just come in and, okay, I managed to grab some rations from the tent, but here we go, Amelia. There you go. And Drake and Audie and Darla.
Thanks.
You've got to be related to Drake.
Whatever gave you that idea?
No, you look exactly alike.
So, is anyone else planning on staying up to see if it happens?
I don't think I'll be able to sleep.
Yeah, definitely not taking my eyes off it. Darla's gonna watch too.
Yep.
We all are. Together.
Darla looks at Artie as Amelia says that. Are you?
He just brings your hand up, kisses it, and yeah.
Fun. All right, sounds like a great time. What time is it now?
It's almost evening. We got a bit of time.
Okay. It's
What?
happening.
We couldn't stop it. We still don't even know what's really happening.
We won't know until this evening passes.
And even then, do we even know why it's happening?
I don't know. Have we heard about any other loot facilities evacuating?
Well, not, yet to hear anything from Sweden. Certainly nothing that's been passed on to anyone in the camp, but, and Lily looks at you, Amelia, but could have gone a lot worse. Like, our dad is here, and your family, and Darla and Artie, and I mean,
Right. At least we bought ourselves some more time, right?
Wait, where's
Whatever
Linda?
that looks like.
you just hear her as coming in, just tail wagging. Linda just
Atta
comes and
girl.
sit next to you, Drake.
Yeah. She's here. She's eating all the rations.
That's fair.
Yeah.
She is the
She
best of
deserves
us.
100%.
Yeah. Can somebody help me sit up? Or I really am going to fall back asleep.
Yes. Do you need help going to the bathroom too? Because I can help
We
you
don't
with
need to
that.
talk about that right now.
Listen, it's just a lot of help, and if you lose movement, it's okay. I understand. You don't have to be embarrassed.
I'm
sure she has a bedpan.
wish I could smack you right now, Amelia.
It's a very normal thing.
As you eventually step on out of the tent, and you see fields upon fields of almost identical structures all around, stretching out as far as the eye can see. All of you, as the countdown to New Year begins, what do you all do?
Amelia will find her spot outside, blanket on ground, and get ready to watch. Looking out towards Eden Falls.
Drake's gonna come up to Amelia and be like, "Want some company?"
Please.
Taking
Sit right here then.
a moment of, you know, those steps when there's a lot of pain on your body somewhere and you just feel it in every movement. She would make her way towards you all, but she would be holding Artie's hand with the hand that she can hold. And well, before the world ends, I love you. Now that I said that, I feel better. She's continuing
Artie
moving
just
forward.
stops you from walking and just bends down and
I'm
moves
sorry.
around 70% of distance toward you. And is this okay? Or
I think it takes her a moment to even think about like what you leaning in. That's normal with our height. It's the medicine. And
that's
then,
okay. We
No. She after it finally clicks in her foggy brain, she's like, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I just well, this is a really awkward first way to do it. Never mind. We can do it another time. It's fine. We don't have to do it now. Just
She would release her hand from the hand that can hold and reach up and grab like the back of his head and give him a kiss. Pretty swift because everybody's looking and that makes her uncomfortable. Okay, there.
Okay, yeah.
Now it's
okay.
out of the way and it's not awkward anymore, and she grabs his hand again. I don't let go of my hand because I might fall.
Okay. And he sort of guides you down on the blanket next to the other side of Amelia.
She's gonna lean in. I kissed him.
Wait. She'll do like a quick double take.
Gotta do it before the world ends.
You made a good choice.
I don't know if he did though.
You're an excellent choice, Starla.
Don't ever say that again.
I'm not choosing you, not for
No.
me. Don't make this weird. Why would you?
Oh.
We were having a nice moment. Damn it. She's just gonna turn back. Just.
As you say this, you suddenly realize that everyone in the camp has gone silent as they all look westwards towards the coastline. There's a moment of silence. And for a moment, a hopeful moment, nothing happens. And then the silence becomes unnatural. As you watch, almost a marble of black to begin with, begin to spread up and up and up. You cannot see Eden Falls from here. But you know you are saying goodbye to it now. As this dome of black light continues to move up and out, further and further, impossibly so. And as it continues to spread towards you all. The vision ends, Amelia, as you remove a neurocaster from your head. The wastes of America stretch out on every side. Near endless flatland, bisected by a long, dusty highway, rusted cars stretching all along its tarmac, doors open, batteries dead. It is a river of metal as long as can be seen. And you stand at its side, neurocaster in your hands, connected to a strange, small structure, almost like a gas pump, dulled from wind, weather, and dust, standing around 6 feet tall. And as you stand there, disconnecting your neurocaster, would you like to describe what Amelia looks like 14 years from now in the divided states of America?
She looks tired. 14 years looks like 20 years on her. Never enough sleep. Her face more gaunt. Her hair still messy, but in a singular bun this time. Filled with little gadgets. It's a pocket of sorts for her. Anything that she feels could be useful. Tiny pens and pricks and anything, really. Still favoring loose sweaters. It's the only thing that seems reflective of who she was. Everything else, purposeful. Utility. Her fingernails chewed to the base, at times even partially ripped off. Those 14 years just built awful control. And she just looks sad.
A voice behind you. Are you done? As you just hear June's voice from a nearby car.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're okay. We're close now.
Good.
You okay?
Glad you're here, June.
Let's go home. Do you think we'll find them?
I hope. Just to be together again, right? It's what we always thought we would do. To be together.
She gets into a still working car, rusted. You see that it is gas-powered rather than electric. And the motor just starts up as she opens the passenger side to you.
Let's get going.
As you step into the car, you cast one more glance out at the side of the road, and you see shaking in the wind a large rusted sign. It simply says, "Welcome to Eden Falls." As you drive off to an uncertain horizon and an uncertain future. That is where we end the story of Eden Falls.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
Leave. Bye, everyone.
My friend.
Bye.
However, that doesn't mean that it's the end of the story.
What?
Yeah. Do you want to share a little bit, Ed?
November, we'll be picking up with our characters. It'll be a very different world that we enter. It'll be a divided states of America in the late 90s. It will be an electric state. and there will be new dangers and new uncertainties to face. And we will see what has happened to our characters in the interim. But you will hear more of that anon. But thank you so much. 3 seasons.
3 seasons, 3 wild ride. Woof! So it'll be really nice whenever we're able to get into the electric state.